So, in case you don't recall, we were approaching the little like cultist hold last time. So, as you go to approach the hold, and you see all these eyes surrounding you, you're unsure of what to do. You feel overwhelmed. You feel overpowered. You feel as though you're not prepared for the battle that comes ahead. Suddenly, you hear a voice, and the voice only reaffirms these thoughts. It says, "You are not prepared for the battle ahead. You are not strong enough. You are not capable enough. Let me help you." And before you know it, you blink, and whenever you open your eyes again, you're in this cold stone arena lit by fire, and you don't know where you are. And that is how you got here. Would anybody like to do anything?
Perception.
Goddamn it.
Perception, yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Everybody's like, the fuck, that's on, let's see what the hell is going on around here.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, why am I only slightly bigger than Vice?
I did not care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Roll your fucking perception check.
I'm gonna roll an acrobatics check and pretend that's Siegfried's perception.
What?
Because
Yeah.
Freaking Siegfried.
so Siegfried got a 16.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. That works. That's fine.
I'm just gonna find a matching stat on mine because I have like basically from 1 all the way through 6, except for
Yeah,
a 5
that's-
and I have a +5 on anything.
Dude, what is it's
That's
D&D
perfectly
or
fine.
D&D Beyond is still fucking freaking out for me.
Yeah, it is. So for those who got 16 and up, it's a very strange area. It's made out of stone. It appears to be like clear cuts, or not clear cut. It appears to be cut sandstone, possibly from, well, you're not sure from where. The floor has these engravings on it, and there's this strange circle and what appears to be blood stains. But beyond that, you don't see any major thing. Oh, and the statue at the back of the room. Beyond that, you are unsure of where you are or what you're. Connor. For everyone who got below that, it's a cool area. Like these fires are really good lighting. They're really cool fires too. Like they're hot, but they're cool, you know. So yeah,
Neat.
as you are all looking around, you hear the voice once more, and the voice says, "I shall give you a challenge. Should you wish to proceed and succeed in what you're trying to do, you must be able to overcome your own weaknesses. I will give you trials after trial after trial to ensure that you are strong enough to make it through the battles ahead." And as this voice says that, from cracks in the floor seeps this black substance. It's very liquidy, almost transparent. Or translucent, I think would be a better way to describe it. And it forms into a similar shape as your companion, Vice.
Oh no.
Would anybody like to do anything?
Yeah, we gotta rush him down before he can cast anything.
Or Agony like burns all the spell slots, Agonizar, Scorcher, all of us.
Exactly, I'm not even playing, bro.
I want to stealth like right now.
Go ahead.
So I have 0 idea how the fucking blood armor works.
It just
For,
costs his health
Siegfried.
like a quarter of his. It's like a quarter of
Let's
his health
just
or
say you
something.
have it perpetually active, because I
I
don't feel
don't-
like trying to deal with that either.
Because I honestly can't. There's nothing in his character sheet about that at all.
Yeah, Adam.
What's
does
his
something
AC?
of-
Is it just like some imaginary thing that they keep
I
track
don't
of?
know.
I
I
think
guess
so.
I don't know. That's kind of annoying.
Oh, half blood plate.
Oh, is
Okay,
that it?
so
Is that
there's 2 straight up items that they have here, but they don't say
Okay.
how much it costs. Oh, 8 HP. Okay.
Let's just say he has it perpetually active for simplicity's sake.
Cool.
So
I
his AC
stealth.
is always going to be
How-
17.
You stealth really well. Like not like he doesn't seem to really quite notice any of you yet, but you know for a fact that even if he looked for you, he wouldn't be able to find you.
All right.
Would anybody else like to do anything?
I want to
Yeah,
activate my ring.
I'm throwing my hammer at his dumb ass.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yeah. Let me. It's just gonna take a year for the thing to like cycle through. So. Oh, nat 20. Let's go.
You roll for damage.
Um,
Is there anywhere specific you're trying to hit?
his face.
He
You have
rolled
a plus
so-
10 to hit? Jesus Christ.
He's got that
Uh-huh.
That's
gauntlet.
a little bit stupid. That's really
Headshot.
funny.
But that was a nat 20
Headshot.
anyway. 13 damage.
Okay, so the hammer goes directly through him. So you throw this hammer with all your might, and it's a really good throw, and you put all your strength into it, and it seems like it would like mangle any normal person's face. But as it goes to hit him, it's as if like he wasn't even there.
God
It just
damn it.
goes through and hits the statue behind him. Would anybody like to do anything else? I'll give you all one shot to do one thing.
Oh, I'm going to use detect magic
Go ahead.
to see if I can figure out the source of this magic. Well, I mean, I just cast it. So
Roll Arcana, I guess.
Well, no, he just casts it, so I kind of just have to tell him.
But Kenny, Kenny,
No, I'm rolling Arcana.
Oh,
Kenny.
yes.
But I went for the head.
oh, but you need to bring the hammer down.
You want to bring the hammer down?
So Ducky, everything about this weird thing is magical, but you sense a specific potency from what is a mimicry of your gauntlet. The rest of you, it's a magical being. You know it's like made of magic. It's not like any normal thing you would typically see. And is that everybody? Did everybody get a chance to do something?
I guess so.
Oh, I'll do something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did my Arcana.
Okay, so
I
I
got
want
someone.
everybody to roll me initiative.
Fine. Good numbers.
Are we all rolling initiative? I guess so, yeah.
Yeah,
Just said so.
I was kind of.
that was exactly what I said. And we'll be keeping this initiative
Jesus
for the entire
Christ. Well,
session.
it's a good thing I rolled that for initiative and not something else.
We'll be keeping this initiative for the entire session.
Well,
So
And
that's
then-
I rolled my only nat 20 and it went through him like a miss.
Oh, well, good thing I rolled that and for nothing else. So Siegfried has 5 initiative.
okay. Let me
That's 2
pull
nat 1s in a row.
Let me pull up a document. Hold on. So I can write this down. Because I'm not going to be able to keep up with this otherwise. Can't believe you rolled 2 nats. That's absurd.
You
Yeah,
would
roll two-
know. You're the only other person I think that's done that.
I mean, you're right. You're right. Okay. So that goes Bren, Axel, Arnold,
Hmm?
and then Siegfried, then Vice.
Oh right, his name was Arnold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was your name again?
Thor.
Or wait, no, Arnold's before Siegfried. Sorry, this is taking me so long. Alrighty.
Why is Captain America's shield able to block Mjolnir?
Because
Question.
Let's.
no, here's the actual answer. Vibranium absorbs kinetic energy, and there's no upward limit of how much it can absorb. So if it's essentially just blunt damage. It's a hammer. So even hitting it as hard as he can, vibranium can absorb the blow.
Alrighty. So, Vice, the
God, unthinkable amount of
construct,
damage.
goes before any of y'all. So let me open his character sheet.
And then we all die.
So he's gonna cast Magic Missile. So he does that, and then the fires, all four of those fires in the center of the room, also create one projectile, one extra missile. So that's a total of 7 missiles. And that's gonna hit Siegfried, it's gonna hit Bren, it's gonna hit Vice, and that's gonna hit Arnold. So
Okay.
that'll be 2 for all the front row people and 1 for Arnold. And that's 1d4 damage. And I'm just gonna roll this once, and that's gonna be what all of them do. Because I don't feel like trying to roll 7 fucking d4s.
Rolls max damage.
So that's 3 plus 1, so that's 4 damage. So all the front row people take 8 damage, and Arnold takes 4. I'm not going to stack on the necrotic damage, Ducky, because I feel like that might actually murder y'all.
For imitation.
It's not perfect for certain. And then after that, it is Bren's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna activate my ring of invisibility and just go invisible.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move over here.
Sounds good. After that, it is Axel's turn.
Right, so I'm stealth. I want to go
Right.
over to this fire and try to extinguish it.
You want to what?
Extinguish this fire.
With what?
What the fire
Let
extinguished
me
by?
see.
Fire bad, water good. Mm.
Don't you have a water canteen?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't I just use my water skin? My adventure, I just found it. My adventure is water skin.
Yeah, sure.
Can't
Why not?
me hit fire with rock?
What do I roll for that, or do I need to? Can we just say I put it out?
Just roll me a d4 to see how well you do.
Okay.
Like, ha. You definitely throw your water on it. Not very like thoroughly though, so the fire isn't completely out. It's definitely dulled. But you notice as soon as the water, or you're done pouring the water and you put some of the fire out, the embers start glowing again where it went out. So, take what you will with that knowledge. Now it is that everything? Is that all you wanted to do?
That's all I can do. I'm still stealthed, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Since you weren't
Someone
making
want to
any
ask,
combat.
are these like, are these like torches on sticks, or are
Yeah,
they?
they're like torches on sticks.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. I have a better idea for next time.
Sorry, I should have been more specific about that. My apologies.
Yeah,
If
because
you'll let me do something else instead, I wouldn't say no.
What do you? Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to just like chop it down and knock it over. If it's
Roll
like
for
a
that.
torch,
Roll me a d20.
do I roll attack or just d20? Or do I roll a strength or acrobatics or athletics?
Roll me
or...
roll me a strength. Roll me a strength check. So
Okay.
these aren't some like measly like sticks. These are pretty
Oh.
well made things.
I'm whacking at it with my
Well,
sword.
you try really hard to push it over, but you just can't. You just can't, man. It's like you don't know what's up with this. And then you look down and you see they're like bolted to the floor. So it's not gonna be an easy task. It can be done though. You can tell that it can be done. Okay, now it is Arnold's turn.
All right. Well, since this doesn't work, I'm gonna walk over.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shoot the far brazier on the right side with magic missile and see if I can knock it over that way.
On the far one on the
Yeah,
right side.
right.
So
Yeah.
okay, roll, or I guess you don't really have to roll for that.
No.
Roll for damage, I guess.
Yeah. Five damage.
In total.
Yeah.
For all three of them.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to do it 3 times.
Yeah, you have to do it 3 times. The only reason I did it once is because I didn't feel like rolling 7 times. Damn.
10. Sorry, it's taking like a year and a half to roll each
No,
time.
no, that's fine. I don't care. D&D Beyond is struggling for some reason.
12 damage.
Alrighty. You like severely dent all 3 of the stilts. You think with a little bit of extra force, you
God
might
damn
be
it.
able to take it down. Now it is Siegfried's turn. You know what? I forgot to roll initiative for Alorn. I'm dumb. That was silly of me. And just for transparency, I'm gonna be rolling D&D Beyond for Alorn. Is there anything you want Siegfried to do, Ducky?
Siegfried is going to run in and try to hit it with the Skylance from
The
this range.
construct?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
He has a +7, so
Is he aiming for anywhere in particular?
he's going right for the gut. That's where he's going for.
Okay.
He rolled a 1. Jesus,
Yeah,
that's the
oh
third
my
one.
god. So he goes to hit him in the gut, and so what happens is it's like really well directed, but the problem is, so it just went through. Like, it's like the guy isn't even there. So what happens is the lance goes through him and gets stuck in the statue behind.
That's
And
my
so
third one in a row.
so Siegfried's lance is now over here, and we'll just say like he lost his grip while he was doing it too. So it's over here, stuck in the statue.
Alright. Does he have any bonus actions? No, not really. Alright. I guess that's all he does.
Okay, and now it is Vice's turn.
I want to move right here.
You want to move where? Okay.
I'm going to do. Shit. How do you like? Can you do like a line or
No,
whatever? Like, can people see
unfortunately not.
Can people see my ruler at all?
What do you want to do?
I want to do again as our Scorcher
You're in
along a
range.
line. Huh?
You're in range. It's fine.
You're trying to
So
show
I
the
want
line.
to, because I think I can do a line between the torches, like to try to take the torches out with it, like just a straight line,
From the
like
bottom
from the top right torch to the bottom right torch, and it hits
to
all three of them.
from the top right torch to the bottom right torch, you said?
Yeah.
It'll hit those two, but it isn't gonna hit the other two corner ones.
Well, I mean, like it's obviously not going to hit the back corner, like the ones near us. But if I cast it between those two torches, it should hit those two torches and him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were trying to hit all four torches. I was like,
No,
it's got
top
a
right and
big range.
bottom right and him.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Roll your damage and we'll see what happens.
and I'm guessing they don't have dexterity
Well, he has the same
Indeed.
dexterity you do.
Yes, but I'm saying those torches don't.
No.
But he needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, the torch gotta nimbly dodge out of the way.
That would be impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
The mimic, kill it.
Does the 16 pass?
Yes, so it takes half damage. So full damage is 15 damage with the plus 4 necrotic. So it's 15 total. So he takes like, we'll just round it down to 7. So he takes 7, and then the torches take 15.
Okay. And that's just over a 10 area radius, so that just covers the entirety of them.
It's just like a straight line.
Yeah.
It's like about 5 feet wide.
Okay. So it was that one of those torches is the one that you were attacking, right, Connor? One of those torches is the one that you're attacking, right, Connor?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one breaks. So let me get my little tool. My little thingy-doodler. It was this one, right? The one that I just put an X over?
No, it was the other one, but that's fine.
It's this one?
Yeah.
Okay, bomb.
Was the one I was
So yeah, so what happens is you cast your spell, there's like a bunch of fire and shit. You watch it like burn one of the torches and like the metal starts getting really hot, passes through the construct and then hits the other one, and where those dents were heats up so much that it literally just falls apart, and now that torch is gone. The construct, he holds the gauntlet as if it like hurt a little bit, and then he immediately just like recovers and just smiles at you.
We must take out the rest of them.
So
Why
now
are we even attacking these torches, man?
Because they shot magic missile at us.
So now it is the construct's turn again. And it is going
We
to...
need to put the torches down.
We need to put the torches out.
It's also going to use Aganazar's Scorcher. and it's going to aim it at
Wait, what about Lauren's turn?
you. It's gonna, huh?
Does Lauren take?
I'm skipping him because I forgot to roll initiative, so he'll start next turn. That's my bad. It's my fault. So unless you want me to make it do a turn for him, do you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just put him
Part
at
of the
the end of the
team.
queue.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew, forever and always. Amen.
Give me just a moment, just a second. So Lauren's gonna try and try and observe everything that's just happened, take in information. So I'm gonna roll perception for him. And he sees that one of the torches have now been destroyed, and he's happy about it. So now he's gonna run his little ass over and hold on, I need to change my tool. Over into this corner, and he's gonna shoot at the construct with a sharpshooter shot in hopes that it's gonna work. That will hit. Wait, actually, will it hit? An 18 will hit you, right, Ducky?
Yeah.
Okay. So it would have done 20 damage, but what it does is it just passes right through him and doesn't affect him in the slightest. So,
I'm gonna point it at Lauren and be like, "Did my hammer teach you nothing? Physical objects pass right through it."
shut up, little man.
He already put the hammer down.
He already put the hammer down. Okay, and now it is my construct's turn. So we are gonna use Exanar's Scorcher, wherever the fuck it was called.
I mean, there's 3 people lined up perfectly now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So y'all gotta roll some dex saves.
Wait, can it literally go through all 3 of us?
Yeah.
Fuck.
All 3 of y'all are in
It's a
range.
30-foot line that's 5 feet wide. And you can cast it from 30 feet away.
So roll me some dex saves, baby.
I got a 13, but that does not succeed. It's 14, I think, is the DC.
Oh, let's make a saving deck. Yeah, that's a 14. Okay.
I'm gonna go slap this stuff in the washer. Give me like 8.5 by 11
I'm
seconds.
gonna use a reaction if I can.
Uh-huh.
To absorb some of that damage that I'm about to take. Absorb
Okay, well,
elements.
give me a moment, because I'm not 100% done yet.
I know.
Did you pass your save?
I did not. I got a 12.
Okay, so the fires also start raging really, really like hot, and they also make the blasts. One of which is targeting Arnold, the other one is targeting Vice, and the third one targets Siegfried. And so that does half the normal damage. So in total, you're gonna take we're gonna just round it down. So it's 15 divided by 2, 7. So 15 plus 7, 22 damage. Ducky's gonna take half of that, and Siegfried, I'm gonna just roll for Siegfried actually. He does not pass. Takes 22 damage as well. So what do you want to do, Connor?
How much damage do I take?
22 in total.
I'm
You
almost dead.
Yikes. Okay.
1d6 of that I can absorb.
Okay.
You better roll high.
Doesn't matter. I'll be like 2 health. Like, holy shit. All right.
I need to scale this back some.
I mean, you're using ducks as a start, and he nuked stuff already.
All right. I negate 6 damage.
You negate 6 damage, so what's 22 minus 6?
I don't fucking know. I'm bad at math.
That's
16.
So you
So I
take
take
16 damage.
Fuck.
oh dear.
I am getting hurt, dog.
Oh,
You,
dear.
you said you did how much damage to ducks right there?
Half of 22, so 11.
Okay.
Siegfried takes the full 22, though.
I just looked at
Doesn't
ducks'
he have
HP.
also a weakness to fire?
You know what? For the sake of, like, everyone surviving
Simplicity.
right now,
No.
Sorry, I'm back.
No, we're not playing it like that. He takes double damage.
It doesn't say anything
I
about it
don't.
in this racial thing.
Does he have weakness to fire? I don't think
He's a
he
vampire,
does.
isn't he? He's a Daphne,
But
right?
yes, but he also can walk in the sunlight.
It doesn't say anything about it in his character page.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything on his character sheet, so we're gonna say no.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then. Whatever.
Unless it's one of, like.
What is?
So
you-
you take 11 damage.
Okay.
You fucking died.
Yeah.
Connor's a little hurty. And now it is.
Yeah, I would be dead by now if we added the necrotic damage.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it, because I knew y'all couldn't handle that much damage.
So I would have taken exactly 12 more points, and I have 11 hit points left.
So now it is Bren's turn.
Alright. I would like to use prestidigitation to snuff out the flame on the torch in front of me.
Hey, that works. You do it perfectly. So
Is that useless spell becoming useful at some point?
that spell is not
Is-
useless.
It is one of the most useful.
It is
it-
actually one of
Being
the
able to make
most
small
That and
trinkets as a
solid
rogue
virtue.
it means a lot. It's not just make lockpicks on the go.
Okay, there's that one gone.
Alright, and then I want to go back into hiding.
Okay, is that for like sneaking, or do you use your amulet?
That's regular sneaking for a cunning action.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that. Yeah, he doesn't notice you. You're chilling. You're vibing. In the shadows, he doesn't see you. He doesn't seem too interested with you in general, though. Now it is Axel's turn.
Hold action.
Hold action. Okay. Give me a second.
And what's the turn order?
It's the Construct, Bren, Axel, Arnold, Siegfried, Weiss, and Alorn.
Oh, then I do want to take my turn.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna look regretfully at the flame. I'm gonna run over to Arnold and I'm going to feed him. Use my action to have him take one of my potions and drink it. So
No,
he
I'm good.
doesn't use them.
Do you just like shove it in his mouth?
He's like, nah, I'm good. In which case, I'm not using my action. I'm gonna run back over here and attack this flame.
Okay, that's fine.
Fine.
Roll to hit, I suppose.
Okay.
That hits. Roll for damage.
All right. and it is a sneak attack, technically.
I'm not gonna give you sneak attack damage for a
Oh, that's
fucking environmental thing.
Then I should have advantage on it.
Bro, you
Fine,
snuck
have
that.
advantage. Roll again.
Bro, that fucking torch was surprised, shocked, and astonished that you fucked up on it.
It's either way. You do 9 damage. How much damage did you do to it already? Do you remember?
9. Oh, before none.
None? Okay.
None.
Okay. Bomb. So you stab it. You like fucking stab the shit out of it. And you're getting pretty close to like cutting one of the legs off. So there you go. Now it is.
I want to use my cutting action to roll stealth to go back into stealth because I attacked.
Do it. Go
I
for
want to
it.
be. I want to be stealthy. I don't want to get hit by that bastard.
You
I
do
got hit once,
amazing.
that's enough.
You just meld into the shadows. Like not even the torches can find you. Now it is Siegfried's turn.
Siegfried.
He got his lance stuck in the statue behind him. Behind the.
I marked
He's
that with
gonna-
the little treasure bag, by the way.
He's gonna go up to him and try to swing at him with the long sword.
Roll to
I don't
hit him.
think.
Is he
Actually, can I
aiming for
roll?
anywhere
Can I
in
roll?
particular?
I'd like to roll an insight check to see if he would get
Notice,
that the
yeah,
gauntlet
sure.
is the
Sure.
goal.
Go ahead.
It's also Siegfried
My
we're talking about.
acrobatics is going to be his insight.
That's fine.
18.
Yeah, he gets it. He sees
So-
he notices the construct like recoil with his gauntlet. He gets it. He understands.
He's gonna swing at the gauntlet with his longsword.
Roll to hit.
Fucking +7. Jesus Christ, you guys have so much to hit. I have nothing.
Well, a lot of your spells just automatically hit.
12 +7, so it's definitely hits it. If
Yeah.
the
What was your
AC
AC, by
is
the way, Ducky?
11.
Oh yeah. Okay. Roll for damage.
D8 +5. It's 9 damage.
Okay.
I think I figured out a little bit of meta knowledge that I'm not going to talk about.
And then
Meta knowledge. What
let's
are
see
you
if he
talking
has
about?
anything else he can do.
What are you talking about? What meta knowledge?
Is a longsword a one-handed or a two-handed item?
It can actually be either. So if you two-hand it, it does an additional. It does
No,
a
it does
D10.
different. Yeah, D10 versus
It
like
does
a
a
D8.
D10 versus a D8.
I think
But it's
he's
not a
gonna.
light weapon, so he can't use that with two-weapon fighting.
That would be ridiculous.
There
I
is
think,
actually like
Oh,
a
my phone is
feature
going off.
skill that lets you do that though.
I'm gonna use his action surge to attack him again with the sword.
Okay, go ahead.
So that hits.
Yep.
And
Roll for
then
damage.
7 was 12. 12
Okay.
damage.
Okay. You see small cracks forming in the gauntlet, and anybody who didn't already get it, you realize that that gauntlet is the only way you can damage the construct. Alrighty, so now it is Vice's turn.
I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points
Mm-hmm.
to do a quicken spell as well as a regular one, but I'm gonna cast Mold Earth below both of those top torches.
Okay. Is there anything you
Okay.
have to roll for that, or is that just like you
No,
do
it just happens.
Okay.
So
well,
it breaks the ground underneath the torch.
amazing job. Both those torches are now destroyed.
And then I think actually, I'm gonna use my wrist crossbow and try to fire 3 bolts at the gauntlet.
You currently have a Siegfried in front of you.
Yeah. Then I will move
Well,
over
hey,
here.
that stopped him this time.
Yeah, that's right. He's safe
Okay.
this time.
Okay.
Maybe.
Just shoots 3 bolts in the back of Siegfried.
So
Siegfried
one
falls
misses,
forward and stabs the guy. I
one
got
hit,
him.
and 2 of them hit.
Roll damage.
2 damage and 7 damage, so it's 9 damage total.
Okay. Sweet. And now it is Aloran's turn. So what Aloran is gonna do
Kill
is
them.
he's gonna fucking shoot the shit out of that gauntlet with his bow using another sharpshooter shot.
Wait, whose turn is it?
It's Aloran's turn.
Lauren, he goes last.
And it's a nat 1.
Did I go? I didn't go this turn. I don't think.
Yeah, he did it.
You didn't
No,
go?
he didn't.
No,
No,
you
he didn't.
skipped over.
I
me.
just completely skipped you. I'm so sorry. Go ahead and go.
No,
I thought you had a
I'm going
document.
now.
No.
Okay,
no,
then
no,
don't
no.
go.
Go ahead and
Fuck off.
go.
Well, I'm gonna.
I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely sorry.
I'll move over here.
Fine.
And I'm not really a caster, but I'm gonna use Firebolt on his dumb ass.
Anywhere specific?
Okay, now that you said that, I have to figure out something specific because there's something you're not telling us.
He
You-
already.
We
Don't-
already
don't tell him.
Have
Don't-
you not
don't-
been paying attention?
Don't tell him.
That's
Don't.
why Connor didn't get his turn.
I've been watching Netflix.
See it? Don't tell him.
Connor!
Just don't tell him then. It's not telling
Fine,
him.
Yeah,
no, I'm not
no.
telling you. Fucking, what's his name? Arnold was he was distracted by a fucking beetle on the ground that he just didn't notice everything that was going on.
See if he catches
That was
on.
literally like 4 turns worth of us saying it over and over.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
I don't feel bad at all.
I'm gonna hold action then.
Are you? Well, it's about to be the end of combat, or end of this round.
I'm gonna hold action.
I'm gonna let
He can
Lauren
hold
go
action
first.
till his next turn, and then he can't take 2 act. Anyway,
Well, Aloran is gonna shoot at the gauntlet. So
Oh, I get it. I remember.
Oh, you made me.
so that hits with the sharpshooter shot.
I can't wait for Ada to come back.
Cowboys.
I can't wait
That's
for Ada to
20
hear that.
damage. And then he's gonna use action surge, and he's gonna do that shit again. And that will hit. And that is an additional 22 damage. So you watch as Aloran fucking nails that shit. And there's like a jewel on your gauntlet, right, Bucky?
Yes.
So he like one of his arrows hits like the like wrist area of the gauntlet, and the other one hits dead center in the jewel, and it like starts severely cracking. Energy starts exerting from it, and you watch as the construct's form begins to become more and more corporeal. So now it is the construct's turn actually. Just so you know though, you still can't damage the construct itself. It isn't completely over. So it's gonna, since that last one kind of fucked everybody up a little bit.
Hey, Doug, how many spell slots do you have again?
Since that last one fucked everyone up a little bit, we're gonna do it again.
4 first level and 2 second or 3 second level.
Ooh, that's Bye. Bye. Have a good time.
So if I cast it here, trying. So it's gonna cast Xarna Scorcher on top of Ducky and heading directly towards Arnold, and that should hit Siegfried as well, right?
I think so. If it's like a line between them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna hit all three of y'all. So roll me some deck saves. The
I
whole
don't know.
fucking lot of ya.
2.
Wait, the
or
beam is.
3.
Wait, who makes deck saves?
You, Ducky, and Siegfried.
Siegfried is a +4. He rolls a 9, so he fails as well.
Did you pass, Connor?
I got a 16. Does that pass?
That does pass. So Connor, you take 6 damage, and the rest of you take 12.
Alright, I am now prone.
I have 1 hit point. I'm
And
feeling
then
very
the
bad.
construct is also going to cast Magic Missile, and it's going to aim those shots at Aloran. So he takes 1, 2.
Actually, wait a second.
Wait a second.
Actually, because I can use strength of the grave. Make charisma saving throw. EC 5 plus the damage taken on success. You instead drop to 1 HP. So that'd be how much damage? It was 12 damage total,
It
so
was
the
12
DC
damage.
is like 17.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck! I got a 16. That sucks.
Damn. So
Oh, well.
close. So close.
Big F.
Kenny's out to kill us, dude.
And then
We
it
just now
is-
realized that.
No, my character's out to kill us. Kenny's
Yeah,
going
Vice
nice
is.
on us.
Vice is being a fucking douchebag.
Kenny is being extremely nice for what Vice could have done right at the beginning.
True. This
Fuck.
is very true.
You could have fucking triple casted the fucking shit and killed everyone with one
I
turn.
could have. I
Yeah.
genuinely could have.
I
And then he could
know.
have added all the necrotic damage to that.
Vice,
But
why do you?
keep
I
in
Or
could have
mind,
Duck,
the voice
added the
said he
necrotic
wanted to
damage,
help us,
and
right?
all 4 of those torches would have gone off too.
Dux,
And
why
so
the fuck
y'all
you make
could have
your
gotten
character so
fucked from
OP?
turn 1. But what's the fun in that?
What makes
So
Dux makes his characters too OP?
Yeah,
so now it's
for real.
Brun's
That's too
turn.
good.
Alright.
That's what I get for being too good.
I mean, I know, but still.
Let's see. So I'm gonna use my cunning action to dash,
Okay.
and I'm gonna run up right next to it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna slash at it with my rapier first, and then my dagger.
Okay. Roll to hit. Are you aiming for anywhere particular?
With the gauntlet, obviously.
Okay. I just have to. You just have
Yeah.
to qualify that.
I know.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage. And also, you have advantage at this point, don't you? No, it's not.
It's also. Well, isn't Siegfried right next to him too, though? So that would be flanked. Or it would be. They'd be enough to trigger sneak attack. So it's not.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go with that.
The sneak attack is just yes, enemy has to be enemy of the enemy has to be within 5 feet. Not
Yep.
has to be
Okay.
flanked.
Okay. Roll your sneak attack damage as well.
Ooh, big number.
That is a big number. Roll for your dagger. does hit.
I'd be surprised if that did.
Okay. So as Bren does this, the gauntlet shatters. You hear this loud, distinct shattering, and the construct becomes completely corporeal, but its body then proceeds to just melt away. And then you hear the voice that you heard whenever you first came into this place. Congratulations. I didn't actually expect y'all to manage that. But I was going quite easy on you. Next up, you'll have to fight another one of yourselves. I hope you're prepared. And as the voice goes away, you all blink and you find yourselves in another strange
Am I
location.
still fucked?
Yeah. Am I still dying?
That's the-
No. As you come into this brand new location, you're completely rejuvenated.
Oh.
So
All
we
Thank
can-
fuck.
all spell slots are restored. Everything is restored.
so take
You're
a
all-
long rest in the thing.
Yeah, essentially. Y'all can see y'all's own icons, right?
There's a big old circle over it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big old circle.
hold on. Fog tool is not working.
Bigger, blacker circle.
Is that better? Can y'all see him now?
Yeah. So you
find yourselves in this very small arena. And it's a very small enclosed space, circular. It's about but it's about 60 feet tall. It's like a big old cylinder. Would anybody like to do anything?
Perception check
Mhm.
immediately.
Perception check.
Go
I
ahead.
am on the assault team. Fuck, I don't see anything anyway.
Yeah, same.
I do be blind.
Can detect magic find specific locations of magic, or is it just magic is in this area?
If you're
Well-
looking at something, if you have identified something in particular,
Oh, okay, hold on. So I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. If I sense magic in this way, I can use an action to see a faint aura around any visible or creature or object in the area that bears
oh
magic.
well, shit. That
But it
was
has
nice
to be
to use
visible,
last
though.
time. Yeah, so all of you notice that it's extremely foggy, like extremely foggy. For those who got a 16 or higher, I'm actually gonna roll one for a Lauren as well. Hold
I
on.
got a 17.
For those of you who rolled a 16 or higher, you see a faint glowing light over here directly in front of you. It looks like purple light, and there's a pair of them, but you cannot identify who or what it is. Would anybody like to do anything else?
That's a copy of a
Do I see
Lauren.
that light?
Oh no! All right.
I want to go into stealth.
Yeah, I want to rush immediately.
I'm gonna activate my ring.
I want to rush Aloran down at this very charge.
Well, you don't notice it, do you? Did you get the?
Oh no, I don't.
high
I
enough?
need it to be. Nope, you're right. You're right. You're right. I need someone to call it out for me. So I don't do anything until I know.
I'm going to activate my ring of invisibility. Going to stealth.
Is it as good as my
You
nat 20
are
on stealth?
perfectly stealth. Like nobody can see you. Nothing can see you. And you go ahead and do that.
Don't want you to roll stealth with it, or not even bother?
No, you go invisible, bro. You're fucking unless something hears you, you're fine.
I mean, considering the eyes that were fucking following me while I was invisible before.
Fair enough.
If you say so, then.
So do any of y'all tell Arnold about it? No? Nobody?
I'll tell Arnold about it.
You'll
Alright.
tell Arnold about it?
Thank you. Now I see Aloran. Now I'm going to rush Aloran.
You don't know it's a Lauren. You don't know who or what
the
it is.
construct. The construct. Going to
Okay,
rush.
go ahead and try it. You can try it. So as you do, he disappears.
Ah, fuck.
As you get within 15 feet of him, he disappears.
Oh shit.
And as you're running towards him, he disappears. And hold on, let me. What's your AC?
Is this a ranged attack? Is this this is a longbow, right?
Yeah, this is a longbow.
So 22.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You're not touching me with that.
So an arrow goes directly in front of you.
Okay.
Anybody else want to do anything before we go into combat?
Roll. I want to roll another perception since. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
know. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Nope.
No, you don't see shit.
I want to move, like, just back and far away from the group if I can.
Yeah. Same.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna roll another perception, and I don't see shit. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'll just kind of
you
sit
don't see
there and
him.
be a fucking dipshit, I guess.
As we have seen, Lauren has AoE and crowd control.
And
It's a smart move. It's a genuinely smart move. Does anybody do anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think
Okay.
I wait.
So now is the start of combat. So my construct is going to shoot at a Lauren, ironically enough, and
There
try to
can
hit
only be
him
one.
with a bursting shot.
Do I think
And
can
I
that
take it.
does hit.
I take it. I take it. I take it.
You do what?
does my
This,
pass?
no, I have I arrow catching shield, guys. I have
Are
a
you
AC of
close enough?
22. Yeah.
Are you close enough?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would
5 feet.
also like to I have a passive perception of 15, so I'd like to see if I can see where the arrow came from and where Lauren is now.
Well, let's finish the attack first.
Fair.
Yeah, well, I'm not fully done yet.
Yeah.
So the arrow hits her shield, and it bursts, and your shield cracks.
Okay, but I'm still fine, so we're still good.
You're still fine, but that shield it's now not quite as capable.
Fuck.
Does
It's
that
okay.
protect everyone or just you?
It protects me, as a shield do, but it just I don't know if the explosion would hurt somebody else, but
So he's aiming at a Lauren. He's not aiming at you.
yeah, well, because I can take the aggro.
The only way you can like stop that from hitting him is if you have the shield fighting style, which is an actual like thing. You can use a reaction to help someone's AC and keep them from getting hit.
Well, from what I'm reading the description of my item, it says whenever an attacker makes a ranged attack against a target within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to
Lauren's not
become the
within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, he is.
No, he isn't.
Yeah, it's 5 feet.
That's not 5 feet.
Yes, it is.
That's more
From
than
my
a whole
character.
person away.
That's 5 feet.
That's not 5 feet.
10 feet is Siegfried, 5 feet is Lauren.
Paul, what do you think?
I'm
What's
looking
the
at
range
the
of
fucking
it?
thing. Look,
the map
it's
is
5 feet.
It's 5 feet. Lauren is not within a 5-foot square of you.
Yeah, he is. And fine, whatever. Lauren can take the hit then. Did my best.
I know, I understand.
Trying to protect my dad, but whatever.
I know, I'm sorry, but it's not within 5 feet.
Whatever. Fine.
So that will do.
This is really
11
weird reading.
plus 2d6. So everyone in that area takes, in a 10-foot area from a Lauren takes 11 damage. And a Lauren takes.
Just kill
22
yourself with one hit.
damage. Not quite. Not quite. I did hurt myself quite a lot though. It's
Wait,
funny.
so does it still count because it's an explosion? We don't get to make any saves against it.
No, it's literally if you're just in a 10-foot radius of where it
That's
hits, it just damages you. There's no saves against it.
All right, then can I make a perception check?
Yeah,
Since-
you can. Everyone can try to make a perception check to identify where he is if you want.
I need to, and I'm gonna rush him down because he can't get past my AC that easily. On
I'd like to point out my passive
Whoa!
perception is 16. Oh wait, no, I rolled a 19. I got 19. Never mind.
11. Fuck.
Does anybody else want to roll?
I got a
Yeah,
19.
20.
For perception, yeah. Although I have a pretty good passive perception, even though I rolled a nat 1 on my active perception.
It's truly unfortunate. I'll just since you have a decent passive, I'll give it to you. Since you asked for that earlier. Bren and Vice and Axel, you see where the arrow. You look about vaguely where you think the arrows are coming from, and you see Aloran's eyes on the roof of the cylinder.
On the roof.
He's on the roof because they don't
On
know
the
where
roof.
the door is.
Wait, I'm confused about the. You mean he's on like the edge?
No, he is
Like
He is on the roof, like the roof of the building,
Ceiling?
like ceiling. Sorry, he's on the ceiling of the building.
How tall is this room?
About 50 feet tall.
50.
Mhm.
That's a problem.
It is.
'Cause I'm thinking,
I tried to. Do y'all think that's too much? I'm just trying to give everybody like gimmicks and such, like trials.
No, you're
because
fine.
if
You're
y'all are
good.
just
No,
fighting your characters.
you're fine. I'm fine. No, you're good. Don't worry.
It's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So, now it be Bren's turn.
alright.
Also, y'all don't know it's Aloran yet. You don't know exactly who it is,
Okay.
but you can probably reasonably assume by those shots that it's him.
Yeah, who else in the... Considering we had Sad Vice before, and who else in this group's gonna shoot exploding arrows?
Oh, and he's like right over here on the roof.
So is our initiative in like working now?
Yeah, initiative's in play, and we're keeping the same initiative from last time.
Okay.
I'm gonna like sneak around the edge of the room, trying to move quietly,
Okay.
like right there-ish.
Okay. He doesn't seem to so much as acknowledge you. He's just sitting, standing.
And then, say I know the general area, then and kind of see a figure, or
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'll
You
just
see
use
his eyes.
I use Toll of the Dead on it, on that figure I see, which is
Let's
a
see what that does. Give me just a moment.
Do we see his bird anywhere?
Do you want to try and look for it?
oh, that's a good
Try
point.
and look for, but it's not my turn though.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Where's Toll of the Dead?
Should see on my spell page.
Character sheet.
I'm gonna blast
There.
that big chicken out of the sky.
It is in fact a cantrip, and it's a DC Wisdom save,
DC Wisdom save. Okay.
13 or higher.
Let me roll that. What's my wisdom? I don't know what my wisdom is. He passes.
Yep.
So is it half damage or no damage?
No damage. That's if I'm reading this right.
Well, even so, you try to use it, and there just doesn't seem to be any effect in the slightest. So, anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna use my cunning action to hide because using spells and shit takes me out of invisibility.
That's fine. Go ahead and do it.
Oh, so close. I almost got a 20.
You're hidden. You're like hiding somewhere. He doesn't know where you're at. He
This is
like
a-
looked at you whenever you used Toll of the Dead as if he knew that you're doing it, and then you disappear and he seems to lose track of you.
I might actually be way too strong. At least in a burst.
What might be?
I might be.
I mean, once you use all your spell slots, though, and sorcery points, you kind of are dead weight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like
real.
you're kind of like a boss buster kind of character.
Yeah.
Now it is Siegfried's turn. What would he like to do, Ducky?
Siegfried. I don't think he would. What would he need to roll to remember that you have a bird?
Survival?
Insight,
feel
I
like he-
guess. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, it's Siegfried we're talking about, and he's kind of.
yeah, he's kind
That's
of
fair enough.
he's a little retarded.
He ain't the most clever in the group.
You rolled a 5, so he does not remember
He
that
does
you have a
not.
bird.
He doesn't realize that he's like, what bird? I thought I was the only bird.
Can we also
Like
do an
thinking about
insight
the
check
time
to
that he was a
see?
bird.
Can we also do an insight to see if he remembers what happened last match and how the boss was defeated?
Oh yeah, sure. Actually,
Uh,
you can just reasonably assume that you know
It's
that like
Siegfried.
there's something you have to
Okay.
attack.
This is Siegfried's turn, isn't it?
Well, he's gonna do actually, you know, he's just gonna run up to him. Wait, which one is Siegfried? Isn't he like the sword, the red sword?
Yeah, he's this one, the one I just moved.
All right, he's gonna run up. Actually, no, because he saw you turn invisible. So,
Huh.
does he have any range shit at
No.
all?
I don't think so.
Like his Skylance is ranged, but has like short range.
It's a long spear. Attacking this big pokey.
Can he throw it?
The
Or
lance.
something? No.
When does actually say a
Man,
lance is a throwing
If you
weapon?
want, you can try to throw it. It will take an action to pick it back up.
what if he tried to fish him up? Like cast a fishing line at him. Ooh, how about this? If you were to use his fishing rod and cast the line directly on top of him and attach it to him, could he track where he was?
Didn't add a.
It
That
would
is-
go. It would just go right through him.
Oh
You
yeah.
do it anyway.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna cast his
You're
fishing
gonna
rod
cast this fishing rod against
with a
gravity
DC
by
plus
50
7.
feet. Roll me this. I want to
Let's
see if this
see.
actually happens.
Maybe it hits something of value. Who knows?
I mean, if it hits a,
We'll
if it's any body of
find out.
water, you pull up a fish. Remember that.
Fuck, how do I reset the rolls? Yeah, press X. Okay, so that.
If it lands in a body of water, you pull up a fish,
So he
probably.
rolls a 15 to cast the fishing rod.
So he manages to get the thing really close to him, and like it seems to like catch onto something very very briefly, but then it falls back down.
Right.
Did it land in a puddle?
There are no puddles. Now it is Vice's turn, I believe. What? How did
When do I go?
I skipped Arnold again? How did this
And
happen?
me. And
'Cause you
me.
Yeah, because
Skipping
Dux should be
people, man.
Dux is last. How you skip?
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I'm sorry. Oh my
You
fucking
need to
god.
you need to type it down on a.
I do have it typed down. I have it right here in front of me.
Put like
Put a
big
cursor
spaces
liner.
Then
across
Okay.
everybody.
since I go last anyway, just have them take their turns.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all. So, Connor, do your turn.
Do I see Aloran or the shape?
You. Does anybody convey?
Yeah.
I'm breaking
Okay.
stealth. Fucking tell that little goblin muncher.
Sure. You see his eyes on the ceiling, and you're like, what the fuck?
So is he on the ceiling? Like, how high is the ceiling?
50 feet.
50 feet. He's on the fucking ceiling. Well,
Yeah,
all right.
that's what we just went
You like
through.
all
Over.
the doors.
All right. Then I'm gonna throw my hammer, at his feet to see if I can destabilize him and get him off the roof.
Okay. Roll to hit.
It'll take a year and a half for you to roll because this
course it
fucking
will.
thing hates me.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna hit it with that plus 10 unless you roll a 1.
We'll see.
16
Oh.
grab right?
Actually, not. So you get really close to what you are pretty sure would be his foot, but it misses. You know it wasn't quite on the mark.
Then can I still move a bit?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you
No,
some
I'm gonna.
movement.
I want to move away from people.
The rest of the group.
Yeah. Or no, actually, no. It's smarter if I do this. I'm moving right there, and that is 5 feet within everybody.
That is 5 feet within all three of these people. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, but keep in mind your shield probably isn't going to last for the whole fight.
Probably not, but it didn't take damage. So, because remember, it hit. I didn't catch it because
No.
I wasn't in 5 feet, so it's still full health. So, if you can beat an AC of 22, then we can talk about some damage to you guys. But I can defend you guys for as long as I can. You know.
I'm gonna see some weird semantics here. With an arrow shooting within 5 feet of that, like logically, would an arrow being shot like within 5 feet of him, like going past him and hitting someone behind it, would that count within 5 feet?
Yeah.
It's all three of
It's
those people
just
are
like
within
I,
5 feet.
I'm talking like
It's kind of
a
like
match. Imagine there's a
imagine you
bubble.
see an arrow coming at someone and you go to block it. It's in that area of 5 feet around him, so you can dodge in the way
I'm
of doing it. It
no,
makes sense.
no, I'm saying like from earlier, because if they the
Oh, if it passes
construct,
through that 5 foot area, is what you're asking.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, that should
That's a
be.
I
That makes
don't
sense that it would do that though.
I don't but that isn't what the item description says. And so I'm not gonna go with that, but I understand where y'all are coming from.
just food for thought.
It is. So anything else, Connor? You wanna do anything else?
No. I'm just gonna stand. Actually, I'm gonna just stand ready. I guess.
Prepare.
You know,
Okay.
just stand ready. I guess.
Now it is Axel's turn.
Alright, I'm thinking if I want to do this or not. I don't really want to waste that potion yet.
All things will be restored in the after the fight.
Oh, in that case, yes, I will. Let me hang on. I keep track of my potions in a book that's in the other room. I gotta go grab that. But what I'm going to be using is my potion of spider wall walking.
Okay, clever.
I'm down that, and then I will use my cunning action to move stealth up right next to where I think this Aloran person is. Up on the
That's
ceiling.
Is that's way over your movement.
That is, which is why I'm going to use both my movement as dash
You're gonna use your
and
action
my
as dash and your
mm,
cunning action as a stealth.
yes,
Got it. Roll stealth.
yes. Basically, that's all I'm gonna do this turn is get up next to him and stay stealth.
So you are like right here, right?
Right here.
You were right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be 50 feet up, and so you're more like right about here on the ceiling.
50 feet
Because-
up.
Because you got a
Which-
movement speed of 30, right? And dash
Correct.
action gives you double that, so that's about 60 feet.
Yeah.
So you're right about there.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That puts me within striking distance for next turn. And I'm still stealth.
Yep, you're all good.
At least these torches aren't firing arrows at us.
Not yet.
I'm giving y'all a whole different challenge here.
Vertically challenged.
Okay, and so now it is Vice's turn.
I'm going to do a perception check to see if I can find his dumbass bird.
Don't call her dumb and roll for it.
Yeah, 22.
So yeah, you hear some ruffling of feathers on a ledge near what you would presume to be the normal entrance. And that's what this token represents.
I can use the bird token.
And you see this very, very, very faint purple color. There's a bird token? There is a bird token. Oh my god.
I'm gonna shoot 3 bolts at that bird.
Okay, roll to hit.
With my thingy.
It's magic missile, isn't it?
No, just
Or-
a
or
crossbow.
your arrows.
Crossbow.
Magic missile.
16, 7, and a 20.
Roll for damage on 2 of those.
2, 7. So that's 9 damage.
Okay, you hear like distinct cawing and the flapping of wings, but you don't know in what direction.
Oh, of me shooting at it?
Hmm?
Because I was shooting at it.
You shot it. You shot it
But
twice.
how do I not know where it's at if I shot it?
It moved. Reaction move.
It's moving.
Oh.
That's why you if you want, you can try and roll perception to try and identify where it went.
Yeah, I want to do that. Nope.
Yeah, you don't know. You're not sure.
I guess I'll use again as our scorcher along the wall from where Lauren's at. With him in the center and doing left and right from there to see if I can hit anything in that area.
Okay. Go ahead and
So
roll
I
damage
was.
on that.
He's got to do the dexterity saving throw 14.
He fails. Roll the damage on that.
18.
Okay.
And who did he shoot at? The bird or a Lauren clone?
Bird.
So I shot at the bird and then I did the scorcher on in like a line with him in the center, just left and right of that to see if I could hit anything else.
But now in order to use your crossbow gun, you have to reload it. So
Yeah.
don't forget that. And now it is Lauren's turn.
Good Lorne or evil Lorne?
Good Lauren. Good Lauren. He is gonna roll to try and see Nalia.
Which one?
Why doesn't he send Nalia to attack Nalia?
Nalia can't actually attack.
Oh.
Nalia can't take combat. He sees Nalia and tells everybody that she's right over here.
We gotta kill that bird.
And then he promptly tries to shoot her with a sharpshooter shot. That hits. That's 20 damage. Action surge. Do it again. That'll hit. and that's 25 damage. So he does 40. No, he does 44 damage to her, and she bursts into a puff of feathers. The smoke dissipates, or the fog dissipates, and now you can see Aloran very clearly on the roof.
Well, Laura, at least we know what you might be able to do someday. Or maybe now. Oh dear.
He doesn't comment.
I didn't actually say that. That was out of character. I
Oh,
should
okay.
clarify.
Okay.
With the smoke
Because
cleared,
I am hidden, thank you very much.
I say with the smoke cleared, and we all can see her now. See him now. Like, can we
Yeah,
like do a
you all
perception check to see if
You
they're
no
like?
longer have to. You no longer.
No, I'm
have
saying like
to-
you see like an object that stands out on them.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead. Actually.
Because with the vice, it would have been a fuck. It would. Oh, never mind. It wasn't a. No, it was. Never mind. Okay.
Does anybody else want to roll a perception?
If I get a free perception roll, absolutely.
Yes. Go for it. Go for it. Same for you, Connor.
Oh, never mind. I rolled a 7. I thought I rolled a 1.
Connier,
Yeah.
you gonna roll perception?
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
That
'Cause
just
with-
takes a minute and a half for me to roll.
Because with vice, it was like he was kind of obviously his gauntlet, trying to see if there was anything that stands out in a similar fashion.
Okay. So if you got a 10 or above, you notice that this Aloran construct is wearing his mask, which he normally doesn't do. You've noticed the mask on Aloran before. He normally keeps it on his hip. He's commented on it, said it lets him see from his right eye, which is blind. But he
Shoot
just
him in the
doesn't have much
fucking
of
face.
he
Shoot him
just
in the-
doesn't have much of a need to wear it typically.
Hit him with a rat attack.
You know whatever.
Okay, so now it is Aloran's turn, actually, right? Like Aloran, like evil Aloran. So after
Yeah.
Nalia
A
dies,
Lauren nega.
after Nalia dies, he falls from the ceiling and lands perfectly on his feet. He pulls out his bow and he goes and takes aim at actually, he takes aim at my boy Arnold. So let's see. Will a 23 hit, Connor?
Fuck yeah.
So that's 22 damage.
I'm dead.
You're what? No, you're not.
He forgot to heal.
Really?
He forgot to heal. I
Yeah.
bet.
No,
Did you
I didn't.
forget to hit?
No, you
How much
fucking killed
HP do
me.
you have?
27. I'm dead. You did
Damn.
11, then you did 20 something. I'm dead.
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
So much for being a tank. Fuck.
You don't have the health stat.
I mean, it doesn't help that I have a plus 11 to hit.
I put a shit ton into health. My constitution's
You said you-
16.
He's gonna shoot again. This time at Vice.
Wait, how do you have 27 then? Because I have
Oh,
27.
boy.
I
should
don't
have
know,
rolled on here.
dude.
Anyway,
I don't know.
does a 28 hit, Ducky?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a plus 11. If you rolled a 2, you would hit.
The only way I don't hit is a 1. Got it.
Yeah.
And that is a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter shot with the whatchamacallit. What's the other? Brambling shot. So you take 26 damage plus 2d6 poison damage.
Oh, so Dex is dead too.
7. And then if you try to move, you take an additional 2d6.
You're saying his Dex
So
is
how
dead
much
too.
damage total is that?
So in total that is what's 26 plus 7?
A dead duck.
Well, I need to know how much damage.
I'm trying to
26 plus 7.
33. It's 33 in total.
33. And would you say that which damage was done last?
the poison damage.
And how much damage was that?
7.
So I'm going to use Strength from the Grave on a DC of 12 to see if I can live with 1 health.
Okay.
Got 25.
You pass.
So I am alive with exactly 1 health.
Roll me an insight check as well, just to see if you realize what the brambles on you do.
5, but I
You-
don't exactly need to move to do anything. Though.
Yeah, fair enough. You're oblivious, but yeah. So now it is give me a second. Now it is Bren's turn.
No, I guess True Alarm did take a turn. Never mind. All right, so you're on the Nega Alarm is on the ground, right?
Yeah, Aloran's on the ground now.
I'm
Are y'all
gonna.
afraid of Aloran yet?
Level fucking. I'm level 3 or level 4.
Everything I've done except like the fog and being on the ceiling and shit is stuff I could actually do.
Yeah, but I could also just Nagasaki him on my turn, which is what I'm planning to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
are you?
that certainly could.
Yeah. Because if I cast 3 magic missiles, that's an automatic 16 damage per cast on top of whatever damage it does.
I'm just gonna throw a dagger at it then. Dagger at the mask.
You're gonna what?
Throw a dagger at the face. I'm gonna throw a dagger in your face.
Oh, wow, rude. Go ahead and roll to hit. Damn.
How many daggers do I have?
I don't know.
Ooh, I got enough. Okay.
For me. That does hit. Rolled it for damage and sneak attack. I guess. Well, no, that's a ranged attack.
Well, I'm throwing it from stealth though.
Ranged attacks don't get sneak attack, do they?
It's any attack. Gets trigger sneak. Sneak attack.
Let me check. I think it's just melee.
I've gotten a sneak attack with my bow before. Says it.
Finesse range. To one attack.
Actually, it specifically says a ranged weapon too. So
Oh, weird.
so I need a finesse or a ranged weapon. So I'm gonna do.
Yeah, okay. You're good then. Sorry.
6. Let's sneak attack.
So that's a total of how much damage?
12 for that one dagger. And then I'm gonna throw another dagger. I got 3 daggers. One I'm not gonna throw obviously because it's too good. Bro.
Right.
Fuck.
That doesn't hit.
And I use my cunning action to whack into stealth.
Go ahead. Okay. He watches you throw a dagger at his face and then promptly miss with the second one, and then you disappear, and he's like, what? And then averts the attention back to the main group. Okay, now it's Paul's turn.
Alright, I should be able to get up right next to him, yes?
Yeah, sure. Roll for sneak in order to do that, though. Stealth.
Alright.
Wasn't Paul on the roof?
Yeah, Paul is
Yeah,
on the
I'm
roof.
on the roof.
Because he doesn't
You're
know where
on
the
the
door is.
But then Lord dropped down from the roof.
So. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I'm silly. Yeah, you don't have to roll stealth, but you make it over there. You're fine.
Well, yeah, because now I want to jump down on him with both my daggers targeting at the face mask thing.
Stab him in the
Were
face.
you able to acknowledge that the mask was the source?
You want me to roll perception?
I'm
I
just,
have a
I'm
pretty
just
good.
checking. You saw it. You understand it. You know.
Mhm. Like I said, the mask is the thing because it's out of place.
Yeah. So go ahead and
We're all kind of throwing shit at it.
what are you wanting to do again?
I'm wanting to fall down with both my daggers to land on him. I would like to be able, and because I can do unarmed strike, I'm assuming that means like I'm coming down with both daggers. One, I get the normal attack. The other is an offhand. And this is a sneak. I'm coming out as a sneak attack, so I should get advantage on it. Both attacks too.
Roll acrobatics. You are falling from 50 feet. Yeah, you're fine. Roll to hit, and yeah, sure, you get advantage.
All right. Does that first
That
one
does
hit?
hit. The first one doesn't hit, but the second one does.
Okay. Well, that's my first attack for my advantage.
Okay.
So the first attack hits, and the first one is a sneak attack. Technically, they're not both sneak attacks. It doesn't work like that, sadly. So I do that
Sadly.
much damage to it. And then my other dagger comes down. And that's the first roll. And the advantage is a nat 20.
Okay, roll damage, I guess. Damn. That's 17. Okay.
Yes, the sniper's greatest enemy, the spy.
And is that anything? Is there anything else?
This looks like the sniper scream when he hits.
I just land behind him. That's all. Having
Okay.
attacked him, focusing that much damage on the mask.
Yep. He like grabs his eyes, and you see like a distinct like slash mark and cracking from it as he turns around to look at you. Anything else? You done?
That's all, that's.
Okay. Bonk.
Wait, no. I want to use my cunning action to go
You
into
cannot
stealth.
sneak right in front of him. I'm telling you this. You cannot sneak directly in front of him.
What else
Disengage?
can I do with my cunning action?
Disengage?
Yeah, oh, there's nowhere to disengage to. You know what? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna stay right here. That's all I'm doing. Yep, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Now it be Connor's turn.
Well, I gotta make some fucking saves. So let me roll.
Oh yeah, you're down. I forgot about
So what do I need to pass a death save?
that. You need to roll a Constitution check.
Yeah.
And or actually, I think it's a Constitution save. Constitution save, not check.
Okay. Let me see what I get.
I got a +5, so
12 plus 5. 17.
Yeah, you pass because you only have to get a 10 or higher.
So I'm at 1 HP.
You have to pass 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All
You
right.
have to pass 2 checks and then you'll be incapacitated
I
at
think you should.
1 HP.
I think you can just click on the thing in the menu. There, it automatically does it.
Okay, so now it is Siegfried's turn. Ducky.
I'm going to ask you if
Uh-huh.
I take a attack roll with disadvantage, if he could attempt to hook the mask and take it off with the fishing rod.
Sure, why not?
Alright.
You certainly can attempt to do it.
So he will. So that's a +7. And disadvantage. So 17 + 7 is
So
a 24.
you hook the mask really well, and like by all rights it should come off, but it doesn't, and he grabs the line and yanks the fishing rod out of your hand.
He's done with that shit.
Siegfried yells, "You bastard!" Because
That's
that's
my,
what he would probably say.
that's my fishing rod.
You bastard!
God, you bastard!
God, this is taking longer than I thought it would.
Alright, well, that's the end of his turn.
Hopefully Ada can't make next session as well, because this may actually take both.
Should be fine. It's only 6.
Yeah, but
30.
this is only the second one.
Yeah, and we've only been. Oh, actually,
I mean,
We'll be
you
fine.
guys should be able to curb stomp my character real good.
we'll be fine. Keep going. Keep
Oh,
going.
no.
Let's go.
Just go.
Keep going.
That's
so
a rush you
now
bit.
Now it is Vice's turn.
All right, I'm gonna blow the fuck up out of that mask. I'm gonna
what?
use all my spell slots to cast second level magic missile,
Okay.
3 times on it.
Okay, roll for
So
damage.
each magic missile does 4 missiles.
Any sorcery points or anything like that?
All of them. So
So quicken. You're using quicken spell as well.
you
Okay.
cast it 3 times. Yeah. So each 3 times is casting 4 missiles, which do 4 damage by default each.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought. Okay.
So I want to do 16 times 3 damage to start, and then we'll roll a bunch of d4s to see what else we do.
16 times 3. Okay. Okay.
So
And when
that's
you-
like 32, 38, 48 damage
And when you say machine gun,
to start.
Yeah.
And
It
then,
is.
so how many d4s is that? That's
If you're casting it 3 times,
4
is it
times each.
an extra d4 or is it an extra missile?
It's one. No, it's 1 d4 per missile plus 1, and then plus 4 for each missile because of my gauntlet.
You calculate that damage. You just hurt my head.
why don't we
it's
just
48? So I'm doing 48 damage base with my gauntlets damage.
Yeah, I already put that in.
why don't we just stack them
we're
together
gonna
for round
we're gonna
spells?
do
So just give me the
12
spell damage.
d4s.
12 d4s. Okay. Roll.
Yeah, that'd be
And
simpler.
then we'll add 12 to that. So that's 60 damage total, and then plus 35.
Holy
So we're doing
fuck.
95 damage.
What do you mean? You're level
Or,
4.
yeah, 95.
He did just burn all of his spell things, which
Yeah.
regenerated
Well,
each
I'm
time,
actually-
but still.
I'm actually not useful at all now.
Yeah, he can do nothing
Wow.
But
now.
it doesn't matter. He's dead. You
Just
get-
a
No,
95.
not quite.
95
Wait,
doesn't
what?
defeat.
Quite.
95
Not
force.
quite. So all this happens, and a mask is looking really fucked up. Half of it falls off, and you can like see like these burning purple eyes glaring into Vice. And now it is.
Clearly, they don't have our HP.
Oh no! They're not meant to. It's a 6v1. The artifacts is what I'm gonna call them. They're not meant. They don't have the same HP that our characters do, but because that would just be absurd, y'all would
Mhm.
probably kill it because we do a lot more damage than what we have for our HP. Most of us do, at least. I could 1v1 myself easily.
And so I could technically do that and kill 3 people in one shot if I vomited my abilities.
Yeah, you could. It's
Little
actually kinda
vomit.
silly. So now it is Goodalorn's turn, I believe, right? Yes. it
Yeah.
is. Okay, so he is gonna try and attack the mask and roll a nat 1.
Oh no, poor Arnold.
Wait, is he? He's not flanked. So.
Well, Arnold's like on the ground.
So he goes to pull back the bow, and the bowstring fucking breaks and slaps him back in the face, and he takes 3 damage.
Oh no. Archer's bowstring broke. That's actually
That's not good.
that'd be worst case scenario.
That's pretty bad for an archer. It's pretty bad. Now it is the construct's turn again. Construct is going to take aim at Vice. 15 damage, and
Damage. Unless you're trying to properly kill him.
That's more. That's actually 25 damage.
All right. Well, I'm at negative 24. So
What's your HP?
1.
No, like your
Remember-
max HP.
Oh, 30.
So
Because it has to be half my max, isn't it?
you just fucking perish. You're
Yeah.
not even rolling saves anymore.
And I just fucking died.
Good job, Kenny. You killed him.
You bastard.
Oh my god.
You killed Vice.
Oh my god,
You
you killed
bastard.
Vice. Kenny, you killed Vice, you bastard. Now it is Brent's turn.
Alright. Oh. Now that the fucking flurry of magic has gone through, I'm gonna run up to there. And I'm gonna slash at it with my rapier.
Okay, and you have advantage. Are you trying to sneak up to him, or are you not bothering?
I'm not gonna bother. I mean, it's flanking at this point too, isn't it? So that's advantage
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh yeah, you get that. Go ahead and roll.
So we get to roll twice with advantage, right?
Yeah.
Well, Connor, at least you got a chance to lose. I just got fucking obliterated.
I roll fucking another one, I would be pissed.
I'm very confident that most of
Defender
us could
actually
one-shot each
wins
other.
on that one
Yep.
as well. So
I mean, I'd rather take the
do you
16
have
and
another
then.
attack?
Oh yeah, I get a +2 dagger. I can swing at him with advantage.
Advantage.
I feel like most of us can probably kill each other in one turn, besides maybe killing Siegfried.
That does hit. Roll damage.
This is the first actual hitting attack. It would be sneak attack too.
Okay, so you take your dagger, you slash that remaining half of the mask, and it shatters. And you watch as this form becomes completely corporeal, and then literally like just disintegrates into goo and goes back into the cracks of the floor.
Thank God. 'Cause that was a
Fucking
real
menace.
monster.
He's a fucking menace. The real monster would have been Vice had I put in all of his abilities and actually gone all out.
Actually, yeah, he would have fucking wiped the party in one turn.
Aloran, I was literally just playing as Aloran. He does consistent damage all the time.
I like to
now,
imagine myself being fucking dead Yamcha on the floor with an arrow sticking out of me.
an arrow sticking in your fucking skull.
I probably I think in front of you guys, like, I'll take the arrows, I'll protect you. Just absolutely get fucking domed.
Just get fucking
The same
bodied.
exact way.
So now you hear the voice once more. The voice says, "Wow, genuinely impressed. Didn't think y'all would survive that one. However, you did lose 2 of your members. Anyways, time for the next trial. Let's see if you can make it through this one."
So are we
And
alive again?
Yes, you're alive.
Am I alive?
You're alive. You after taking your last breath, you promptly wake up in this brand new room. You already know what's up. You know what's going on.
I'm concerned who it is.
I wake up to
Wake
the
up and-
Kanye alarm clock.
So you're now in what
Oh,
appears to be almost
the
like a
misery.
lecture hall.
Everybody wants.
With a bunch of alchemical
Oh,
things
God.
on
Oh,
tables. And from the floor, a mass of blackness rises up and takes the form of your dear friend.
You're going to freeze that one. I'm going to freeze that.
And
well, at least now you can take out some of that aggression you have against me. I say.
and
Now I say this looking
I have a
pointedly at
question. I
Arnold.
actually have a question for you. I forgot to ask you this question. What is an item of genuine importance to your character, Paul?
I will message it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
This
any
is
of
going
us
to
would
reveal.
actually know.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't think any of you would actually.
I mean,
know.
you wouldn't know mine either. Let's be fair.
Because I think the only people that we would know would be probably Arnold and mine.
I actually gotta take a piss. So I'll
Because
be
it's
right
like
back.
the most obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody else is kind of hidden.
Well, you were able to pretty reasonably assume Nalia, but
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all didn't see the mask incoming. Okay, got it, Paul.
I mean, that'd be hard. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, y'all.
I guess we'll just have to burn the whole body and see if we can figure it out.
Yeah, that works. That would be a yeah. Totes. I like this idea.
Actually, couldn't I quite technically use detect magic on him and then see the aura of the item? Hold on.
PC just crashed. So I'm gonna get something to drink real quick, and I'll be back. It's booting back up now.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure I can use detect magic on the whatever being we're fighting and then figure out what magic is causing them to exist.
Yeah, I think that would be valid. Yes. But we'll
But
have
I
to wait
feel
to
like
see
that
what
would,
Kinney has to say.
because I feel like that would kind of defeat the whole purpose of the trial of me being able to use detect magic and then cast a bunch of magic missiles at it.
I mean, we're certainly getting to know a lot about each other, huh? I don't know if that's a good thing that we want to share.
Alright, I'm back.
Just saying, we're certainly learning a lot about each other. Not that we want anyone to know these things, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
All right.
go with my laundry. I'll be back. Well, as long as doing that, I guess I should put that in the CV.
Huh?
Someone joined?
Sounded like it, but I didn't see anybody.
Yeah, that's why I'm concerned, because that wasn't me making the sound.
Huh.
So what I missed while I was in the bathroom?
Nothing. Everybody's AFK at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Playing this guy in Legends of Runeterra, and he started emote spamming me when he ruinated my board. But
So
the thing about it is, this man ruinated my board, right? I already leveled up Azir and Renekton. They're max leveled, so I got the Emperor's deck. And if you don't know what that is, that pretty much means he can't do shit. Like, the Emperor's deck is fucking broken in Legends of Runeterra, and you can only get it by unlocking the Sun Disc.
by the way, what do y'all think of this concept so far?
Interesting.
It's good. I like it.
I'm glad.
It helps us learn about each other, whether we want to share these things or not.
My character definitely is one of those that would not share for a damn. Not without force.
I feel this was kind of just meant to like bring the party a little closer together. Is kind of my intentions here.
I mean,
so
it's a good idea. It's a very solid plan. I quite like it. My character hates it, but me as a player, I love it.
Aloran's not quite. Well, Aloran doesn't particularly give a shit about Nalia and the mask, but we'll see. So now you see Axel rise up from the cracks in the floor.
Ducks is in the laundry room, I think.
Oh, okay. Damn it, Ducky.
You leave for 1 minute.
I
And
didn't
they
even
all
want
What?
to
leave.
leave.
Why
I
didn't
didn't
he?
even want to leave. My computer literally crashed.
Oh, so that's when I went to the bathroom. Why didn't he leave when everyone else was? Why did he wait till I got back to leave?
I don't know. I had a lot of fun making this, though.
Entertaining, at least.
I don't know. We might be able to get this done. We might be able to get this done. And if not, I'll just beg Ada to let me either finish it or continue it next session.
Hmm.
You do.
I hit my shin on my bed frame.
How?
It wasn't pleasant, for certain.
But how though?
How? I was walking. Pacing, as I do.
Stop that. Bad.
What?
Stop it.
Why?
Stop that.
What the hell is this, dude? Fuck that deck. Kiss my ass. Oh my god. So, Jesus, that's risque, Shrub.
What Shrub do?
Said it'd be some risque things.
What
Are you sure about that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure it's Shrub sending at you?
Oh no, raspberry.
What the fuck else do you think I do when I'm waiting for my turn?
Jitha, Jith prize.
Fine, the recording can't see it.
Fucking hope not. Holy.
I haven't made sure that it says only record browsers. So I can't even see Discord.
That's
You can hear it?
risque. That is risque.
It is pretty
What's up,
nice
man?
though. I
Ducky,
we're waiting
what
on you.
up, Ducky?
Why didn't you go
I
when I
was
was in the
talking to
bathroom?
my roommate real quick.
Fuck your roommate.
Yeah, fuck him
DM's
right in the pussy.
important, bitch. No.
All right, let's get this party started.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah.
So you see Axel rise up from the cracks in the floor, and immediately he downs a potion.
All
Does
right.
anybody try to do anything?
I'm gonna same verse, second verse, same as the first. Rush that motherfucker.
Invisibility.
Hiya!
I'm gonna try to do.
Wait, how much?
I
is...
want to do. I mean, first of all, I feel like
Ah!
good. He has I mean,
These
it's
potions
bad.
are not gonna. These potions are not gonna be potions you have. Just so you know.
And I'm throwing my
Yeah,
hammer
'cause
at him.
you don't know what I have, and
I don't know what you have, and frankly, I
Concerns me.
want to do something cool,
I'm throwing.
and I
Yeah.
don't think you have a potion to do
So
it with.
I'm throwing my hammer at him.
Well, that doesn't mean I couldn't make it. Just because I don't
Right.
have it doesn't mean. Anyway, bad news is he's surrounded by potions. Good news is so am I. I want to use my perception to distinguish what all those chemical potions laying around the room are.
Oh dear.
You don't know.
Haven't rolled yet.
So can I
You don't know.
Okay.
You
Connor
can't
wants to-
identify them.
Connor wants
They
to throw his
look
hammer.
like, from what you can tell, they just look like bubbly colored fluids.
Right, then I guess I'll just do my classic stealth.
Invisibility.
I am sorry, I did not write down what they would be.
That is fine. This place is magic. My guess is they're just filled with water, and when he drinks that colored water,
Yeah,
and when he drinks them, they work just cause.
yeah. That's kind of where I was going with it.
Connor had something he wanted to say.
Yeah, can
Connor?
I finish my turn, please?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I was doing. Thanks. So I'm gonna rush, as I said, and then I'm throwing my hammer at him.
Okay. Anywhere particular?
Fuck, I don't know. Oh yeah, he's a construct, huh? What is? Let me see. I want to aim at his belt, his potion belt.
Okay. Roll to hit.
You have a potion belt, right?
Sort of. I have a satchel.
I'm aiming at the satchel because that's where all the goodies are. So satchel
ahead.
time. Yeah.
Roll to hit.
It'll take a year and a half for me to roll it.
Oh, Kenny, real quick.
Mhm.
I know this might destroy like this
Are you
entire thing.
fucking kidding me? 15.
What's your AC, Paul?
17.
Why
So
is this fucking game so bad?
it,
Well, no, because like it takes like an hour and a half for the thing to roll, and it landed on 15 and then slowly moved to 5.
You
I'm
running any
sorry.
programs or have too many tabs open in the background?
Connor, if you want, you can roll on Owl Bear Rodeo and just have it send it to
Yeah,
everyone,
fuck it, I'll do that.
and then you can just add what you.
But
your
it's okay.
modifier
So
to
it misses, but I'm still rushing his ass.
Go ahead and roll again.
No, I'm not gonna roll again.
Go ahead and roll again.
It didn't hit.
Roll again.
How do I roll an owlbear?
Open the dice tray.
So in the top right, there's a little square next to.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I feel
yeah.
like rolling again isn't going to matter because it's going to like not do anything.
I mean, he has a +10 to hit, and he rolled a 5.
No, I mean like it's like because
Motherfucker,
the
dude.
satchel isn't the item.
Do you have it set to show everyone?
Oh, I don't.
It's at the very bottom of that little bar.
Everyone can see now.
What'd you roll?
So, like,
12.
12 in total,
So,
or
oh, then +10. That's 22.
so you're like fairly certain that should have hit, but it just goes right through.
Fuck. So that's not it.
That's not it.
Then what I want to do is pull my hammer back at the end of my turn.
Yep, you can do exactly that.
Yep.
So what were you wanting to do, Paul? Before?
Hmm?
What were you
Oh,
wanting to do?
I just stealth. That's all.
You just stealth? Did you? Oh yeah, you're stealth. You're fine. You're good.
Kenny, I want to ask you because this
Uh-huh.
might destroy the whole thing, so I'd say it's completely up to you. But quite technically, detect magic. I seems like it should let me figure out exactly where the object is if the object is causing the creature to exist.
If you're within 30 feet of it, yeah.
Like, would you all even allow me to do that? Because I feel like that'd be a little bit overpowering.
I mean, you did it with your own, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did. You used detect magic, and you're able to identify that the gauntlet was the source.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
No, I think we all just kind of like attacked it because he grabbed it when he got hit.
Okay. Maybe
That's how
you
we
just
all
didn't.
figured it
Maybe you
out,
just
but
didn't
maybe I
hear me
just didn't
say that.
register.
You may have just not heard me say that, but I did. I was like, the entire thing is magical, but this in particular is particularly giving.
I
off an
remember
aura.
that part
Oh,
now.
yes.
Yeah.
You're really subtle with it. You're more subtle than you thought you were.
My bad.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
If you
Yeah.
want to, you can.
Sexy thing.
That's up to you.
Okay.
not within
I'm
30
gonna
feet,
use
Feel like
though.
that
detect
if you
magic
fe-
on it then.
Are you within 30 feet of it?
Probably
If
not.
this room is to be accurate.
I'm at 50 feet. So
You'll
I
be
need to
fine.
be like up at least on the stairs.
Mhm.
So I move to here.
And that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Wait,
Yep.
use your ruler, Kenny.
There's a ruler
There's
tool.
There's a ruler tool.
I didn't realize that. Yeah. So you can go ahead and use it.
Alright, well, I'm just going to cast it then. Just on him to see where the source of magic is coming from.
So the entire body is extremely magical. It's giving off a very magical aura. But you, on which ear do you keep it on, Paul?
I forget what my picture shows. I think it was the left. No, it's on the right.
Pick one.
On the right ear, you see a small earring, and it's giving off an extremely potent magical aura.
Okay. Well, I think I'll I'll just count that because I don't think we're in combat yet.
Yeah, no. Anybody else want to do anything before we start combat?
I mean, I'm gonna go invisible like I said.
Oh, I'm gonna point it out to everybody else.
Scoot your way.
Lauren's gonna come over here in this corner. Or not really corner, but this area.
Oh,
Okay.
we can move that far? Oh, fuck them.
Lauren has 35 movement speed.
I do too.
Pretty sure that was play distance. Oh, oops, that was the wrong thing. So now we are going to start combat. So he goes first. So what happens is you watch him immediately after drinking that potion promptly vomit. And it's this black, it's the same kind of fluid that seems to be forming him. And from it forms, you watch it flow across the floor.
Motherfucker.
And 3 more what appear to be like duplicates of him appear.
Are they just as corporeal or?
From what you can tell, they look completely and totally corporeal, as in you can touch them, you can hurt them. And that was a free action, actually. So promptly after that, he drinks another potion and then uses his cunning action to try and sneak, and gets a 3. Lovely. What's your sneak modifier?
My stealth modifier is a +6.
+6? Okay.
Mhm.
If
You have to beat
y'all want to
16.
try and roll perception to see him.
My
Or
natural
wait, no,
perception
Let's
is
yeah,
go for
16.
passive perception.
Mhm,
Yeah.
passive.
yeah, y'all are fine. Y'all will see him. He fails miserably at trying to sneak, and he moves back over this way.
He's being sneaky.
He's like nee 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 nee. You
If I
watch
can-
him like get low on the ground, like walk like a monkey.
Can Robbie Rotten stealth over here?
Don't forget what. Uh, Kenny, I think I need to talk to you in another channel for a hot sec.
Did I forget something?
There's some other things that I can do that you need to be aware of.
Okay.
Maybe. Actually, you know what? No, if you don't know about him, then he won't use them. You guys won't learn about him. That's fine. Never mind.
Well, I'm just gonna look at your character sheet now. Actually, I can't see your character sheet.
You can't?
No, I don't have. I can't see. Is it not in the D&D
It
Beyond?
is.
It
It is.
I guess Ada
I'm
just
looking at it.
didn't give us
View
access
it.
to it.
You
I'm
could
pretty, I'm pretty sure you should be able to because I'm able
Yeah,
to pull up
you-
everybody else's.
Yeah, I can see
Same.
his.
I
See
can't.
Lauren.
I can't.
can't
I
read
see
Lauren.
everybody. I
No.
see everybody's but Paul's specifically.
Oh yeah, no, I
hell?
need access. I can view your profile, but not your. character sheet.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I have no idea why that would be.
So if you could tell me now, so I actually have a chance to use it.
Right. Okay, hang on.
I
That's the
should
wrong
have. I noticed that before we even started this, and I forgot to talk to Ada about it. That's 100% my bad.
All right. I basically standard rogue. Most of my skills are out of combat skills or disguise skills.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
See what else. Oh yeah, no, there's some stuff, but I've already done it in front of everyone. So if I mean, he can change size, obviously, and how
Yeah.
monkey he looks. That's about the extent of it.
Okay.
Monkey.
Doesn't your
Go back,
armor do
Ella, to
something
the doctor.
special as well?
Yes,
Go back
my
to the
armor
doctor.
can be made to look like whatever clothing I want while still being armor.
Okay.
That's not really having much of an effect here, though.
I do have a number of like potions and things, but you're already doing that, so
Yeah, I'm making unique potions for you. Alrighty. And so now these little guys will start on next turn. So now it will be Bren's turn.
There. You want me to make stealth rolls while invisible, or?
I don't care. Don't. It's fine. They don't hear you.
Alright, and that's my move, and then... With cunning action, I can take a dash, but would you kind of just like make a regular move with it instead? With full dash, or?
Yeah, cunning action. If you can dash with a cunning action, you can do the full dash.
I said like just like a regular move instead, like a dash action technically.
I like to imagine that song that I put in Mirror Campaign is like Axel's
I
theme
don't,
song.
I don't think I understand what you're trying to say.
Which
I'm
song
trying to ask.
that you just put in?
I put in Mirror Campaign.
I don't think it really matters at this point actually, but whatever. I'm gonna use my cunning action to keep moving with the dash. And I'm gonna try to grab the earring.
Okay. Roll to hit with an unarmed strike.
If enemy you time to roll 20.
Bum, 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 bum. What's your AC, Paul?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, just completely miss. He's moving around like a monkey. He's like hopping back and forth, and you go to grab it, and it's just like you're right next to it, but you fail to.
That'll be my turn. Wait, no, I did that from invisibility actually. Wouldn't that be?
Huh?
Wouldn't that? I'm trying to finagle it, but because I did that from while invisible. I walked enough to him with invisible. Did I get advantage?
Sure, go
Or
ahead
do you want to?
with advantage. Fine. Let's go with advantage. Why not?
I don't think it mattered anyway. So I did.
Nope. So now, if that's everything, it will be Paul's turn.
Right. Hang on. Let me. I have to move things around on my screen because I moved things while looking stuff up. I want to roll perception to find the real me, and I feel since it's me, I should have advantage.
You find yourself.
Find yourself amongst all the imposters.
You sit and
Yeah, go
meditate
ahead.
and find yourself.
Wait, you don't need to. Why are you rolling perception?
Because there
failed
are 3
his-
of me.
It's
Well, I
fine.
don't
You,
know.
you saw him move away after throwing up. You know.
Okay, fine. Where is he? Which one of these 3?
It's the one in the back with the red ring around it.
Oh, I need to zoom out further. Okay. Uh. No one's really hurt yet.
Not yet.
15, 30. I guess I'll dash to here using my. I guess I'll just
For
dash
my
up right.
own sanity, I'm gonna put a green ring around you.
Cool. That's good. I'm gonna dash up to him, and that's my action.
Don't you have a cunning action? Can't you dash
I
with your
use
cunning action?
no, because that's further than a single dash. I had to double dash.
Oh, you had to double dash. Okay.
Mario
okay,
Kart.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Okay.
After Paul is Connor.
So I feel like our squishy targets are gonna get swarmed, so you two can deal with that. The corporeal one, I'm gonna fucking fuck up these shadow clones. So I'm
That'd be nice.
gonna fuck up this one, right? I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm gonna run up and jump on his ass and hit it with my hammer. Overhead swing.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Overhead swing on his face.
And what is your HP, Paul? Like max
My
HP?
my max HP is 31.
Okay.
Does a. It's taken.
That does
Why'd
it.
I use?
It
Okay.
does.
Sick. And then I'm just gonna roll on the thing, the owl bear. So 1d4 plus 8.
1d4 plus 8.
Alright.
Sweet.
I rolled on the owl bear thing.
That's 1. So.
So 2 plus 4, 6. No, plus it's a plus 8, right? No. Yes. So 10 damage.
Clear your dice tray and then roll, please, because you rolled on top of another die,
Oh,
and
okay.
so I don't know what you rolled.
So
I like
2. It's still the 2. So 2 plus
Yeah.
so 10
So
damage.
10 damage in total.
10 damage. Schmack on his face.
if you fill your dice tray with about like maybe 30 dice,
You will
and
crash
then
your browser.
sit there and you can sit there and extend it and close it back over and over, and it just like makes it roll.
I remember that.
I'm about 55. I'm putting.
Dex's computer can handle it.
Okay.
I got 100
Is that
dice.
everything, Connor?
I think I'm gonna. How's he looking after I hit him?
He's looking pretty cracked. Like he ain't doing great for certain.
Bro, he's cracked, bro. Holy shit.
He's
Is he-
fucking cracked.
Is he cracked at Fortnite, my guy?
He's cracked.
I don't know how to get rid of all these dice.
Okay,
no,
so I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna hide as my bonus action. See if I can dip, duck, duck, and
Don't you have
dive.
disadvantage on hiding?
But
On
I also
sneaking?
I do, but I also have a +6, and since it's a bonus action, YOLO.
Go for it.
All right, so
Fuck it. Fuck it. You're a little man. I don't care.
offensive. First one is 15.
Okay. Can you roll on owlbear?
Yeah,
please?
it's just so gross. Okay.
I know it's not
Alright,
ideal.
fuck
Clear
it.
your
Both of
dice
them are
tray
gross.
first.
All right, boom. First one. Are you fucking god damn it? 3,
Damn.
and then 17. So 3 plus 6, 10. God damn it.
You were close. You were close from getting past this little man's passive perception. Now it'd be if you're done, Connor.
Yeah.
Now it is Siegfried's turn.
Okay. Siegfried is going to. Let's see. How much movement speed you got? 30. That's 50 feet. He's got to go.
That'd be a dash action.
If he does a dash action, I don't think. Can he even do anything else?
He does actually have
Oh, he
action
has
surge.
action surge.
He has action
So
surge. Yeah.
I guess he'll use a dash action to move up here.
Okay, that's fine.
Move to
And
the
then
side.
he's going to use an action surge to
Attack with the lance.
attack with his
Actually, if
stat
you-
lance.
Wait, where'd you move from?
From like back over here, I think.
It's like something like that, and that's plenty.
Actually, if you move to the side, because if I remember correctly, his lance goes 15 feet, doesn't it?
It can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
wait.
you can hit
It's a
both.
Okay,
chain.
And that was close enough for it.
I
Yeah, you
fixed
can
it.
do
I
that.
fixed
Because
it.
if he goes like
You
right
fixed
here,
it? You fixed roll 20?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had
Oh,
to turn on
sweet.
my hardware acceleration for my browser. Apparently, it got turned
Okay.
off somehow.
Uh-huh.
so if I attack from right here, can I hit both?
Yeah,
What's
you
Or
can
even
hit these two. Yeah, you can hit these two.
I think that's what I'll do. I'll chain skylance both of them with a +7 to hit.
Do that.
So
Roll for it, bitches. Bitch. Roll
See,
for one.
remember what they hit.
17 +7 that hits.
Yep, that'll hit. And roll for the other one.
And, oh, nat
That
one.
one. So roll
For
for
the
damage
second
for the
one.
first one.
The first one was 2d10 +5.
Okay.
So that's 18 damage.
Okay. He's pretty fucked up. And for the other one, you like go through the first one and like fucking impales his ass. He's looking really fucked up. And then you get it, you go to stab the other one, and like before, you get it stuck in this fucking wall, right next to him.
I mean, that's technically a good thing, because then that other one's just stuck impaled on the wall now.
No, it was big enough a hole that he just kind of walks it off.
Oh.
He doesn't care. It's just like whatever, man. It's just another Tuesday.
Alright. I guess it's the end of his turn. And then
Unless you can do anything else.
That was the action
not that I
surge
know of.
for the attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it would be Vice's turn.
I can't see him from here, can I?
Not quite. There's a big old brass.
If I
thing in the
go
way.
over here, can I see him?
Close enough.
Because I'm gonna vomit a bunch of magic missiles on his earring. So it's same 48 damage. And 12 plus 12d6 or 12 plus 12d8. So that's 50, 60, and then so I'll go ahead and do 104 damage to his earring.
So when you do that, his entire being just fades into mist, and he disappears. But it's not like the deaths from before, and the constructs are still there.
All right.
I'm moderately concerned what you're gonna have me do.
And then I'm going to go ahead and fire 3 bolts at the dude right in front of me, like the closest one to me.
Okay, he's dead.
I gotta hit it.
If you hit it, he's dead.
You're firing magic missiles, right? It was gonna hit.
No, it's the crossbow bolts.
Oh.
So that's it. 11, 11.
If you don't hit any, of it,
12.
you don't hit any. Wow. Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah, no.
Never mind.
Put it back.
Never mind.
I guess that's the end of my turn.
Alarm.
Now it be Lauren's turn. He will take aim at this center or the center like clone, and he will roll to hit. It's 13 plus 11. That's 24. And oh, I did that on Owlbear. Sorry, I'll do it again on the main thing. A 15 doesn't hit, does it? Paul, what's your AC?
My 15 AC is 17.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. Okay. And he just passes his turn. So now it is the construct's turn again. And what it's gonna do is what's your AC, Paul?
17.
So it's gonna drop down on top of you and behind you, and it's gonna try and stab you with its daggers. Um, 19 will hit, so that's 1d4 plus what's your damage mod?
Hang on, let me bring up move my sheets around again. What do you mean? Do you just want me to roll for damage on this? I can
Yeah,
just
sure.
roll.
Yeah, you do it.
All right.
More.
Does it
7
count as a
damage.
sneak attack?
Yeah, it counts as a sneak attack, and you need to roll your Constitution save for your paralysis poison. That does not pass, I don't think.
Nope.
And then it's gonna attack with the offhand. Do you just want to roll to hit and to attack for that too?
Yeah, hang on. I've got to. And then you're supposed to take the 7 off for that because it's with my offhand.
I think that's just proficiency bonus. That's all you're taking off, right?
Oh, is it? Hang on, let
That's
me
just the
check.
+2.
That didn't do anything.
Anyway, because I'm doing it with an offhand, but my proficiency is +2, which would make that 17, which Ty
Defender
goes to
wins.
defend. Yep.
So you are now paralyzed and prone. And now it is the construct's turn. Or not the construct, the
Clones?
the clones, yeah, that's what they're called. This one attacks the one right next to what's his name?
Goblin.
Bren attacks Bren.
What? Which one?
No, Siegfried. I'm dumb.
Vampire boy.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Can you roll to hit for me? I can do it. It's fine. Clear this out.
D20 plus 7 looks like.
17 plus 7 minus 5. What's Siegfried's AC?
It's 14. Actually, no, 17.
Okay, so it hits, and the dagger damage is 1d4 plus 5. Are you here, Paul?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just a little distracted. I'm paying attention as best I can.
Okay, I just want to make sure. 2 plus 5. Siegfried takes 7 damage. And then
Or
this one goes to attack him as well.
more dice.
That one misses. So
Sucks. I can see the total on the board.
More
that's my
dice.
turn. And now it is Bren's turn again.
Jesus Christ, it's 9,000. The fuck, Doc?
More dice.
All right.
Jesus fuck.
Come
Still-
on.
If you crash, I'm not. All right, I'm gonna use Mistwalk and teleport behind him.
Whoa.
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I just moved in time.
Whoa.
Up, up.
Is that an action or is that a cunning action?
It's a bonus action actually. For my
Bonus action? Damn.
yeah, I can just teleport for free. Up to 15
That's
feet.
That's pretty wild, actually. Is that
The thing
15
is,
feet? I think that's 20 feet, actually.
But if I did,
Nope,
if
that's
I
15.
things if I jump to a occupied space, I get put in the nearest open
Yep.
space.
You got
So
it. You good, you good.
nothing personnel, kid.
Nothing personal, kid.
the thing is,
Teleports
I think Google Chrome caps its CPU usage
behind.
because it won't go past 20%. So this is lagging really bad, but it's not going past 20% CPU usage.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna swing at the stupid earring.
Do it. Fuck it up. I'll tell you, this is the real one this time.
Fuck.
You have advantage, don't forget that. He will be flanked.
Okay. You said it, not me.
Does,
You said it, not
does
me.
it?
It's too late.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
18.
Does it? Is that wrong? Am I wrong?
You said it, not me.
Sound like you were about to correct me.
No, no, no. I was just going to say that he definitely gets the sneak attack too because he has an enemy within 5 feet.
Roll that damage, baby.
Attack. 12. 12 total. First swing. Then with the dagger. Almost a 20. That was 14.
Oh yeah, Paul is prone. I'm an idiot. Oh well. That does hit. That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage again. Okay, so when you do this, you see some distinct shattering on the earring. Like, not shattering, cracking on the earring's jewel. Or what does it look like? I'm sorry, Paul.
It's just a little stud.
I should know this.
It's a little metal stud.
It seems like super improbable for attacks, but
Hey, look, this is a magical realm. Things happen the way I want them to happen. Okay. I don't care if it's improbable. Anyways, yeah. You do a good chunk of damage to him, and it looks like it's pretty messed up, surprisingly enough. Compared to the other ones, it seems like it doesn't seem quite as tanky.
good. So if this thing took like 70 rounds to fucking do half its health, then
We'd be here for a while.
that's my turn.
Now it do be my boy Paul's turn.
I
Roll
mean,
me
I'm
roll
paralyzed.
me a Constitution check. I'm gonna be
Alright.
kind.
Yeah,
'cause
nope.
That's boring. Oh. Do it again. Actually, no, that's a save. Roll me a check. I didn't want to save. I wanted to check.
Yeah, get it right.
Okay.
You pass. Through sheer will and power and
And a life
use.
exposed to chemicals.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, in a life
And Kenny
exposed
doesn't want
to
to be
this
here all
type of
night.
stuff, you managed to get back up, and that'll take your bonus action. I'm gonna say it'll also take your cunning action to get back up and everything. So
Alright, so that's my turn.
you still have an action.
Oh, I still have an action? Well then yeah, I'm gonna swing at the guy. I'm gonna swing at him with my at the earring. Because I've picked up on that's what they must be swinging at.
Also, it's you. It's yourself.
Yeah, it is myself.
Yeah, you'd understand better than anyone. That do be hitting though.
Not gonna fish for the crit.
That's a good point. I should fish for the crit.
You should. You should.
Rolls a one.
Almost. Almost.
Alright, and then I'll swing with my other one, too. Well, it does hit. It does do damage. That much damage.
Okay, so as you hit it with your dagger, it shatters. And you feel this empty feeling in your stomach because you've just destroyed something of genuine great importance to you,
Mm-hmm.
even if it is just a replica. And your construct looks back at you, hurt, with this facial expression of pure agony, and dissipates back into the cracks on the floor. And the clones also disappear.
That one was surprisingly easy considering.
So,
I told
well-
you guys would be able to curb stomp me pretty easy.
Is it
I was
long-
expecting these constructs. I was expecting y'all to focus these clones a little more, and I was hoping that the little fake him would be able to take more, but then I realized, oh
Then you
yeah,
remember ducks.
there's Ducky, who just nuked, because that had considerably more than the actually real him's health,
And it was just gone.
but Ducky just nuked it.
Duck's just able to nuke everything, dude. I don't
Well,
think it's
I'm being allowed to refresh every
There you
fight.
go.
go, it's great!
To be fair, if we
So-
couldn't, we would be dead by now.
Oh yeah, if I
Um,
didn't. If y'all didn't refresh every fight, you all would be dead by this point.
Oh well,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Or
doubt.
hiding in a corner praying for release.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
know,
Bruce
but-
does have their ring.
So
Have his
what is
ring.
it? What is it about a long sword? Is it a one-handed or two-handed?
I mentioned this earlier.
I
It's
forgot.
both actually. So you can one-hand it and it does 1d8, but you can also two-hand it and it does 1d10. It has, I
Okay.
think it has the versatile effect on it. If I remember
believe
correctly, is
so,
what it's
yes.
called.
Okay, I get it. Now I know.
Oh, I think I understand what Siegfried's abilities are now. I'm looking at his
I
page
think
too.
so too.
He doesn't actually have a long sword. He just has a
He
long sword,
summons it.
and it costs his health.
Weird. Well, anyways, after you destroy the construct, the voice appears again. He was like, "Huh, I think you're finally beginning to understand the point of this trial. It must have been quite difficult destroying your own precious object, now wasn't it, Axel?"
Make a rude gesture.
Well,
Hey,
You better,
anyways,
you better not be making that at me.
No, I'm making it to the sky.
Vice. Starting in the next trial, you will not have any sorcery points, and you all go to the next trial. I'm sorry, but you're gonna nuke everybody else's.
I
I'm
think at least
sorry.
at least have him for now, because he takes
Yeah,
two.
just have them for now. Yeah, that's
But-
better.
I think honestly, it'd be fair if I didn't have any,
Let's just
as
have
long
them
as I
for
get
now.
my spell slots back.
You get your spell slots back, but the fact that you can literally, because I don't have that
Do
effect on
95.
anybody else.
You
I don't
so
have that.
because even if I didn't have the spell slots, I'd still be able to do a third of that damage in one spell.
I just, you doing over 100 damage in one turn
At level 4.
at level 4 was not anticipated. I knew you were strong. I didn't know you were that strong. So yeah.
Because normally, like as we've been playing, I've been trying to be more tactical to try to last hit shit.
Right.
But
Now
Yeah,
you
the
can just
didn't
go all
last
out, and
bit.
we're all going, damn, he's strong.
Damn.
Damn, Daniel. Oh no, I don't like the way the room's set up.
I like how this
So-
room
Is
is
he
set up.
about to
It
bring the
looks
hammer
fucking
down?
good.
So you all blink, and whenever you open your eyes, you're in this new room. It's filled with lava. It's blisteringly hot. And you see at the very front of the area, there's a forge with a golden anvil and tools on the benches beside them. Black fluid rises from the steps in front of the forge and forms into your dear little goblin companion, aback his basilisk.
Oh dear lord.
I got my basilisk.
Well,
That
he's
thing's off
got your
forever.
basilisk anyway.
It's fine. Fair enough.
Wait a
So-
minute. Don't. Oh, that's.
Is there anything any of you would like to do?
Charging him. I must charge.
You're right there.
I'm a jump out of us. Ah!
Roll me an athletics, because there is a crack there that you have to jump over.
I don't doubt he's gonna.
22.
Oh, you make it. You make it. You fucking make it.
I'm gonna
Are
swing
you-
my hammer as hard as I can.
Where are you attacking? What are you trying to attack? You
Yeah, but I already
better than
know.
anybody. You
I-
better than anybody should
Do it.
know what your object is.
Alright, I want to hit the hammer out of his hand.
Okay, roll to hit.
29. That passes.
That hits. Roll for damage.
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. So he watches you do that, and he stares you down in the eyes, and just sits there menacingly atop the basilisk.
He's just
Mhm.
sitting there, menacingly.
I'm gonna go invisible. Invisible. Like
I'm
usual.
gonna cast was
Uh,
Mold
Bill.
Earth.
What?
I want to cast Mold Earth to create a bridge where that gap is right there between the main middle area and the top area.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm also actually first I'm going to cast it in front of me to get closer, and then I'm going to do that.
Dun, dun, dun,
That'll be all
dun.
I do.
Okay. So this gap is now closed. Oh, not my
And a bridge
gorgeous
right.
drawing skills.
Right there.
Like that?
Yeah, and that one right there that I drew on.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Did you say you wanted to sneak, Paul?
Yeah, I wanted to stealth, but I rolled for it and it didn't
Oh.
go so well.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're not stealthed, unfortunately.
So I'll just come up here.
Lauren's gonna roll insight to try and find out, or he's first gonna roll acrobatics to find out if he can make it across the.
Falls into a pool of
Which
lava.
He does. He does. And then he's gonna roll insight, and he does not know what your object is. Apparently.
Despite being the closest.
Huh?
Despite being the one closest to Arnold.
Apparently. I would say the people who your like the Arnold would know what his, Lawrence would know what is his, Vices what would know what was his, but anybody else needs to like roll.
I would argue I would know, considering our first interaction was he threw it at me and made it very clear it was important.
History.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know.
I agree with the idea of rolling for history, if that's
yeah,
alright.
Yeah, you gotta roll for either insight or history, one of the two. I don't know why I'm filling that in. What am I doing?
What are you even feeling it? You're just drawing on the.
What am I even doing? What am I even doing? So if everybody is done with what they want to do, is everybody done? We're good? Okay.
Mhm.
We are now in combat. We are now in
Hold on.
combat, so hold on. What am I holding for?
Huh?
Did
Who?
you say hold on?
No,
Oh?
I didn't say it.
Oh,
You-
you said hold on.
I thought I heard somebody say hold on. So the
Okay, Ghost.
construct is gonna go first, and his basilisk just straight up walks through the lava and goes directly for Ducky. Is completely and totally unbothered or unburdened by the lava.
Does Arnold get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, he does. Connor.
I
Connor.
mean,
What?
maybe if Arnold was paying attention.
I can't hear. You're really quiet.
So you get an attack of opportunity because he's
Oh, okay.
leaving you.
I'm gonna aim for my poor basilisk and hit him with the hammer.
The basilisk. Why the basilisk?
Because if I can knock the basilisk out, and he's gonna fall into the lava.
The
He's jumping,
basilisk
isn't he?
is no. He's completely and totally unbothered by the lava.
Arnold isn't though.
Arnold doesn't know, but
If I knock the basilisk out in midair, Arnold cannot keep flying through the air jumping. He's gonna fall.
he isn't. The basilisk isn't jumping. He's
It's
walking.
walking through the lava.
Oh, I thought it was jumping. Okay, I'm still gonna hit him though.
Okay.
Yeah. 29.
That does it.
10 damage.
So what happens is the hammer just goes completely through the basilisk, and you can reasonably deduce that the basilisk and Arnold are as one as a construct.
God damn it. Fair enough.
Now it would be, or no, it's still the
Uh-oh.
construct's turn. It's my turn. Still my turn. Damn. Give me a moment. Give me just a moment, please. So the basilisk is going to start off with a bite attack against Vice,
And he died.
and it's a nat 20.
I was joking, please. No.
So that's 2d6. That's 4d6 plus 6.
What are you hitting him with?
Or the basilisk is hitting.
Oh, my baby boy.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's that. And plus 6, so that's 18 damage. And then Arnold is gonna use his hammer to beat you down.
Oh no.
You get the hammer!
I'm gonna put the hammer down.
And 13 hits, right, Ducky?
Yeah, just barely.
Just barely. And what's the damage on that again, Connor?
1d4 plus 8.
1d4 plus 8. So that's 12 damage.
All right. I'm gonna have to go ahead and use Strength of the Grave because that's
Don't tell
literally
me that
exactly
kills
enough.
you.
That's exactly enough damage to get me to 0. So that's 8 damage. You said, or 12
It's
damage.
12 damage on that hammer.
So I need to
yeah.
make a DC of 17.
I'm praying for you right now.
No, I got 14. So
That's truly unfortunate.
I am now knocked out and making death saves.
Oh.
Not that it entirely matters, but
Oh, there goes our nuke.
There goes the nuke.
we still got Siegfried.
Constructs are getting
Damn.
the constructs are getting more and more clever with each round. And now it would be Bren's turn.
Fuck, it moved down there, and I was fucking gonna.
Man, I'm dead.
Man, I'm dead.
Alright, well, that's 20. And that's 35.
In case you haven't noticed with this one, this is trying to give you environmental challenges for you to overcome.
Fuck the environment. Let it burn.
I believe that is exactly what is happening, yes.
And then I guess I have to use my cunning action. Pull down and around with a dash. Because of how much Siegfried is going to be taking up the space, so that's the real question.
You can push past, it's fine.
Pushes him into the lava, dies.
Push some. Just.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Question is, what happens if you fall in the lava?
push ducks and find out.
After y'all kill the construct, throw him in, he'll be fine.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna, I guess, sneak up behind him here with invisible.
Okay.
And it's gonna take my rapier and just kind of swipe down all the way through it, like top to bottom. See what I hit, what I collide with.
You don't want to like try and make an insight check or anything,
Fuck goblins.
huh?
Huh?
You don't want to?
I don't really. I mean, Brent doesn't really know anything or care anything about Arnold.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, he wouldn't
Nice.
really.
Well, roll to hit, I suppose. That hits. So what happens
Does it?
is
Does
this
it?
is this is this is a this
It's
is a
melee
pretty
attack.
big basilisk, and Arnold's a pretty small goblin, and his hammer is even smaller. So the chances of you actually hitting the hammer out of all the things that are here to like swing at is quite low. So you miss. You don't hit him. You don't hit the core, if you will, of the construct.
I don't really know what I'm swinging at, so I'm just gonna. I have to end there, I guess.
Okay. And
Well, actually, no.
Connor, would you like to like tell
Oh
anybody
yeah.
what it
I'm
is?
gonna
Actually-
I'm gonna hold my hands out in
Actually,
front of
wait.
me.
I get a bonus. My miswalk is a bonus action.
Then I'm still gonna do this before you do
Um,
that. I'm gonna reach my hands out, covering everybody, and project the message. Aim for the hammer!
Got
Uh,
it, little man. Got it.
Oh, okay. Whatever. That's. I seem like the stupidest idea to aim for the weapon, but okay. I guess I'll just take my second swing now. Then, if you'll let me, if he's gonna.
Yeah, just go for it.
For the hammer.
That does hit. Right, Connor? What's your AC?
No,
For melee.
No.
20. 20 naturally plus shield 22. No,
Damn.
does not.
Okay.
Alright, well then.
It will be.
Well, I can use Mistwalk as bonus action, and I'm just gonna.
I think two weapon fighting uses your bonus action.
Does it?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's not.
Yeah, it does.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is a bonus action. You only can, with a few exceptions.
Okay. Now it is my dear friend Paul's turn.
All right, so let's see. Where is it? Where are we? I want to position myself here, and I'm gonna just throw my daggers at the hammer.
Okay.
That's about all I can do.
Roll to hit.
Yeah, nope.
Nope.
And then my other dagger.
Now I remember why I made this one's health as I did.
Yep, nope. I throw my daggers, they miss and come flying back to me, and that's my turn.
Now it will be my dear friend Connor's turn.
I gotta get this. I gotta hold him down. Okay. So,
What
You
Siegfried?
fuck.
can't hold. I
Oh,
don't
it's
think you can
Siegfried
hold
was
down the
after.
constructs.
No, I know, but what I have to do is I have to try to get in front of him again. So, how far is a long jump?
Your time's your.
Actually, fucking no.
I'm a tiny creature or a small creature. I don't
It's like
think
your
I can
based on
jump
your
that.
strength
A
I should
long
modifier or
know
something.
jump.
this.
Hang on, let me. I have the
I'm
player handbook
looking it
here.
up. I'm looking it up.
Okay. I've looked this up relatively recently because I had some players. It's like 10 plus half your movement speed or something, or half your movement speed. I think it's like half your movement speed plus whatever your strength modifier is.
So I could jump. So 30 feet, 15 plus 7,
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
23, 22. I can make that.
Where are you trying to make this jump from?
From where I am to on top of the Arnold clone.
Hey Arnold.
Actually, that's doable.
I know. That's what I'm
For
looking at right
something
now.
of your strength and movement speed, I think that's doable.
Yep. So, all right, I'm eating.
290.
All right, do I gotta make a athletics check?
No, I don't think so. I think you can just make that.
All right. Yeet! Sheesh! And I'm gonna come down, swing it on top of Arnold's hammer,
Sure, roll
try
to
to
hit.
knock it out of him, out of his head.
Okay, a long jump. You
21.
cover a
Fuck!
number of feet up to your strength score. If you
21
move
hits?
at least.
No, it doesn't. 21
It's
does
not
not hit.
range attack, is it?
No,
He
it's a.
hasn't put up his shield.
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, okay.
Yet. No, he's mounted.
Okay, then. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Then it does hit.
Roll for
So
damage.
yeah, 10 damage.
What were you saying, Paul?
Nothing. I found long jump, and it was not how I thought it worked.
Well, we're here. We did it. And even if it's
Yep.
against the rules, I don't care.
Yeah, no. D&D rules. Rule 0, man. Rule 0.
I don't give a shit. Now it's Siegfried's turn.
Sucks.
Let's see.
You want me to break the hammer down?
It sucks because like he doesn't have any range, and like
It's a really tight area.
He's
everybody
surrounded.
is in front, including the 2 people that have range.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I'm not there.
I mean,
well, I mean, 2 of the people that are in front have range.
Oh.
which
that's
would be
fine.
better to hit with, a +8 or a +6? Wait, is it a +6?
Anyways, are you just gonna hold action?
Um,
Or are you gonna try to do
you know, I feel like he would try to do an acrobatics check, to get to like the
I'll
floor.
say to Siegfried, hey, grab me and swap places with me.
He's gonna
Yeah.
try to do an acrobatics check to front flip over everybody like that.
Fine, do it.
Yeah, that's a Siegfried thing.
So
That's a
Totally.
Siegfried thing. Roll me
he gets a +4.
acrobatics.
A 17 plus 4, 21.
He does it. He succeeds.
And then as a bonus action, he'll use his action surge to chain skylance the hammer.
Go for it.
So it's 8 plus 7.
Let's see if that
Oh,
hits.
nope.
That will not hit.
That'll be the end of his turn.
Then it is Vice's turn. Roll me a death save.
Well, how do you do a death save?
It's just a Constitution save.
It'd be like a thing on your health bar at their faces.
22.
That since it's over a 20, I say you immediately get out of the down
If
state.
it's a 20, it counts as 2 saving throws.
Well, I think that's a nat 20. But
No.
I'm gonna. No.
No, never mind. Forget what I said.
I'm gonna rule that if you get a 20, if you get 10 above what you need to, you get 2. So you're unconscious with 1 HP.
Okay.
Just because I don't want you to be out this entire fucking fight. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think
I
that's.
mean, he's also playing Siegfried though.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the nuke is still down.
It is still down. You're still unconscious.
I've got it right here. It says, says you're a pussy.
Alrighty. So now it is dear Aloran's turn. He is gonna try and shoot the hammer with his bow. So I'm gonna roll for that. Clear. That'll definitely hit because it's 11 plus 11. So that is. I did that on fucking Owlbear. Sorry. I'll reroll. I got a nat 1. Wow.
Oh no! Oh,
Wait, no,
no.
it's flanked. It's flanked. It's fine. I
Yeah,
get
it's
advantage.
flanked.
Okay,
Flanked. It's
I was
flanked.
gonna
I
say,
get
oh,
advantage.
thank God.
What was it, 20?
Shot in the
That
bet.
definitely hits.
Does he have a shield raised?
No. No. he
Even
does
if it
not.
did, it's incorporeal, isn't it?
Nat 20 on that one.
Oh fuck.
And now I chose to do the sharpshooter on that one too. So that is 19 plus 8. That's 27 plus 20 extra. That's 47 damage on top of everything that's already happened. The hammer shatters
Thank you.
with that shot.
Thank you. I do not want to sit here and try to hit a 20s.
I made its health relatively low. I also nerfed everyone's health after a Lorn because I thought that was a little bit absurd. So that's why Lorn's stuff was like considerably higher. Vice's was more on par with what everything else is now. Because I thought Vice was I think it would make sense, he's a glass cannon. But yeah, the hammer shatters. poor little sorry, I'm getting tired.
You just see your what you want your life's work to be shatter in front of your eyes.
Yeah. Poor little Arnold watches this hammer that he loves so much become dust before his very eyes, and it can't help but cause a deep twinge of pain inside of him. And at the same time, both him and his basilisk fade away into this goop that returns back into the floor.
That sucks.
I'm sorry,
Arnold.
Connor.
That sad copy noises.
So goblin noises. So after Goblin fades away, you hear the voice once more. Truly, I believe you might actually get through this. Perhaps you're stronger than I gave you the stronger than I believed. Next trial, next fight. I think this one will be rather interesting. Let's see if you can hit that which you can't see.
This is what I was kind of afraid of.
This is gonna be a
I'm
scary
gonna
fight.
turn and roll and look at Bran and just shake my head.
And now you blink and you come into this room with some magical runes on the floor, and there's stairs as your way up, but there doesn't seem to be anything else around.
Perception.
Fuck that.
Roll it.
Yeah, nope.
I'm using detect magic.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm just doing stealth now. Nope.
I'm just gonna use detect magic. Show me where this fucker's at.
And it
I
only
know how
works
to
if it.
find me.
Remember, detect magic only works if it's within 30 feet of you.
But it's gonna be activated for how long does this last for? Last for 10 minutes. So it's a concentration. So if I get hit,
Oh, I didn't know it lasted for so long. Yeah, sure. You cast it, but you don't see or sense anything in the slightest. Does anybody else want to do anything? Oh shit.
Kenny left the party.
Hold on.
I'm trying to guess where he would be, so I'm gonna run just straight up the stairs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that, I guess. Are you gonna like swing?
Did my spell slots come back?
Yeah, you all your spell slots are there, and you have half your sorcery points.
Okay.
And again, I'm sorry for instantly killing you last game. That was very unkind. Or not game.
No, it was literally just like that couldn't have been avoided.
It's
I have very low HP.
uh,
Plus Siegfried did a backflip, so I'm proud of him.
yeah. I'm just gonna
Oh,
wander
frontflip, sorry.
wander into the room slowly.
As you do, you sense the faintest magical presence about 30 feet, almost directly in front of Connor, but it promptly disappears.
So something was there.
Or it could still be. You don't know.
Do I have to
You
wait
don't know
for
what this
You
construct is
relay that
capable of yet.
information,
Yeah, I'm gonna point it out. Just say
Yeah.
pointing it out.
like that there's
There.
something there.
Yeah. So can I still do something, or do I have to wait for the initiative?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get him out of stealth. Only way I think I can do that. I don't even know what'll happen, but I'm gonna thunder wave around me.
Thunder wave around you?
Yeah.
What does that
A wave of
again?
thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
So what save
Probably
are we making?
I'd probably do that close, like walk closer.
What
Well-
save
can.
are we making?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, what's your Constitution saving throw mod?
Oh, it is in range.
Raspberry
Constitution is
Yeah.
+1.
+1. So he passes. Roll for damage though.
Da, 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 da. 10 damage. So
Aren't you
minus-
knocked
so
out of invisibility if you take damage?
It depends if it's using the ring or not.
So very briefly, you watch as
No,
this little
actually.
fucker right here. He flinches back as you cast your spell. Then he looks at you menacingly, and then backs up, and then disappears again.
I don't know, because we're not in combat yet.
Not yet. We're about to be though.
Would I
Do
be
it.
allowed to cast an attack spell? While not being in combat,
Connor
or
just-
would you rather me wait?
You don't know where he's at.
That's correct. Am I still allowed to do it though?
1.
I mean, Connor just cast an
well.
attack spell, so
Yeah, so I'd like to cast a Ganazar Scorcher along this line. Actually, let me measure it
What
again.
line?
I'm gonna measure it one more time. Actually, fuck it. Straight along this line right here.
I can't see your. Oh,
I drew it.
okay. Yeah. You roll for. What do I need to roll?
DC of 14 of Dex. Dex save.
What's your
+4.
dex save mod?
Or
That's a
Dex
DC
save.
of 4. Or,
+6 for Dex save.
Okay, so roll for damage, Stucky. Visibly annoyed right now. just so you know.
+4, some 9. If you succeeded, it's 4.
4. So he takes.
If
He's
you succeeded.
already at 14 fucking damage, and he hasn't been able to do anything yet. Lovely, amazing. So happy about that. Oh god. Okay, so
I can very well attack things that I can't see.
So you see him briefly reappear, and he like looks visibly confused and mildly angry, and then runs away, scurries this direction, and while he's running, disappears once
You
again.
don't fuck with the magic casters, motherfucker.
I just realized Aloran also has a pretty good AOE.
You realize that I play the way I do now, because it doesn't do shit otherwise.
Okay, so we're gonna start combat now, unless Paul wants to do something.
If I can roll again to stealth myself.
Sure. Since these fuckers been fucking shit up.
That's enough for the passive perception. Beat his.
Mine's my passive
Yep.
passive perception is 16.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Alrighty, so we are now in combat. So, we're gonna start off with our man's. He's gonna come right over here. He is going to attack our dear friend Paul.
But I stealthed.
Oh, you did stealth. I'm dumb. He's going to attack our dear friend Aloran with starting with his rapier. It doesn't matter, your mod doesn't matter, that hits. That's a D8, right?
D8 +6.
D8. plus 6 to do 9 damage plus 2d6. So that is in total 18 damage on that. And then with his dagger, he is going to tackle Lauren again. And that most certainly will not hit. And then you watch Aloran get fucking stabbed in the shoulder, and then nowhere does he appear. You don't see him in the slightest.
Are you detect magic's hitting it? Detect magic's 30 feet, so it's not even hitting it.
Whenever Aloran got hit, you sense the very briefest magical aura, but like it was like a moment, and then it was gone. So as far as you can tell, he is completely undetectable.
Has anyone got a packet of sand?
I don't have any pocket sand.
Pocket sand. I'm really curious to see how y'all are gonna do this one. I really, really am. Because Bren does have a weakness.
I need to get Gangplank Cannonball.
Huh?
And then have Gangplank ult the whole area.
I'm actually kind of curious what you gave me as a weakness. 'Cause even I'm a bit stumped on it.
Let's just say once he gets caught, it's gonna be hard for him to get away.
It is my turn then, isn't it? Cause
It do be your turn.
mm, mm. Prestidigitation says it can make a non-magical trinket. That's not. Yeah, I was thinking making a pack, using it to make like a small pack of sand and throwing it across the ground, or marbles.
How long does that last for? That little effect?
Prestidigitation. It lasts for 1 hour.
1 hour?
Actually, I'm gonna make it like a bag of marbles. But
Yeah, but I feel like that's putting more than just your little construct at risk. It's gonna turn that into difficult terrain for everyone.
I'd rather have that because then have it move around freely.
Okay.
I feel like that would benefit, only like not benefit Siegfried.
Fair enough.
So I'm just kind of like making roll a bag of marbles across the ground and around us in our general area. You know,
Okay.
I can make like a
Alrighty,
circle.
you can do exactly that. And
Yeah.
they roll and they make a lot of noise.
That's come on, let me.
And I'm gonna say you'll have to make a strength save of 12
You can see
or
that.
a dex save of 12 or higher, or you fall prone on the marbled areas.
Into that area.
Yeah. And let me put that on the map. Oh, you already did it. Okay, bomb.
I knew the
Is there
spell would be
anything else
worth
you
it.
want to do, Bren?
That's about as much as I can do because that's the both a full action.
Paul?
Is it my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Watch your step.
Mm-hmm. I'm a hold action for now.
Okay. Then it will be Connor's turn, right?
Okay. I'm thinking what to do. Because I can't just. Question.
Center mass.
Nonverbal sound, static. What's a static visual? Static visual effect. What does that entail?
I don't actually know
What does it
that
say?
spell.
So can I make
It can't be moving, in other words. So it'd be like a
Okay.
holographic projection, but like not able to move or be interactive. It'd just be as still.
I want to make smoke, a thin layer of smoke, not a blanket of smoke. That's like, I want something see-through.
You want to create a layer of mist, basically a
Mist,
layer
yeah.
of mist across the ground, a fog, so we
Well,
can see the
pretty
see it as
much.
he moves. Yeah.
So I can. It says I could do a property of. So I can imbue a rock with this magical property and throw it, and then I can have 5 foot of smoke on each rock, or a static
Okay.
visual effect of magic.
Okay.
So I can probably only do one per turn, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Only one.
Okay. So then I'm going to throw one rock. I want to say on the bottom of the left stairwell.
Up on the left, you said?
Left stairwell.
Yeah. And you said 5 feet around the rock. You
Yeah,
think would be reasonable?
yep. It is like a mist to 5 feet, like circular sphere.
Just a moment, please. I'm trying to find the right tool for this. So we're gonna say it's gonna be right here. Oh well, that's not what I wanted to do.
There's a circle tool.
Sorry, I'm struggling so hard right now.
I'm sorry.
So 5 feet. So like that.
Yep, that works.
Okay, and that's all you're gonna do.
Yep, that's all I can do since I can only do one per turn. So,
Alrighty, now it's
I'm-
Siegfried's turn.
I feel like Siegfried's gonna wander around shouting, "Hello! Come out and fight me!"
That's what I was gonna say. He's gonna kind of.
He's gonna yell, "You coward!"
That's what I was gonna say. He's kind of yell something along those lines. Where'd
He's
you go, you
gonna
coward?
go over here.
That's me.
Right there.
Run.
That's you. Never mind. You stay right there.
Give me a dex save. if
Actually,
you're
you
gonna
know
try
what?
to move through the.
He's not gonna move at all. He's gonna cast his fishing line straight this direction
Oh,
to see if he can reel in a big old fish.
Well, it does kind of look like water. Sure, why not?
alrighty then. Go ahead.
I'm guessing he's just gonna blindly
Yeah, go ahead.
attack with it.
Go ahead.
Um,
Just roll.
a
Just roll.
plus a d20 plus 7.
God, let's roll already.
Just do it.
12.
You throw it. It catches a rock. You reel yourself in a tiny little stone.
Stonefish.
And now it's Vice's turn.
Alright. Vice is
Did
going
Lauren get her turn?
to cast again as our Scorcher along this line.
Oh God, where?
Let me delete
Okay.
the other one.
Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Are you sure
So
you're gonna
that
do
line
that?
right there. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't do. You don't see anything happen.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast it again with my quicken spell. Use my sorcery points and do it along here.
You miss. Nothing happens.
Well, I guess that's it.
You got rid of the. You got rid of everything. Dake.
Hit undo.
Does
Control Z.
that get rid of it?
Hit Control Z.
Wait, what
Huh?
happened to my mist?
Ducks it. Control Z.
Wait,
Why?
what happened to my mist?
Because undo. I think unless
Oh
you're.
yeah. Yeah, I got
Just
rid of
use
it.
the erase tool,
Oh.
and yeah, there we go.
Well, I erased all, which I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
expect erase
erases.
all to erase your
I
stuff
need
too.
to. I need to configure it to where y'all don't have as much power as y'all do.
Unlimited
Yeah, because we're all
power.
basically admins.
Yeah. You can't see stuff that I don't want you to see, but other than that, you have full control.
Not if we're gonna abuse anything. Not if we
Yeah,
can't
I
abuse
know.
anything.
All right. Well, that's
And
it.
now it'd be Aloran's turn, and Aloran, loving the idea that you had, Bren, does exactly the same thing with
Make shit stuff.
Prestidigitation, that one.
prestidigitation. I have such a hard time saying that.
I do too
He-
some days. It depends on the day.
And he walks his little butt right over here, and he tosses his own big old circle of marbles.
The thought with this is that you'll see marbles move because it's not probably won't make being a pouch of sand to cover the ground far enough, but
There.
oh no.
Ducks. Ducks, look.
Streaming.
Ducks. Just ducks. Just
Connor.
what? Wait. Just ducks.
Connor.
There's too many people watching.
Well, maybe you
Look at
shouldn't have
this.
started streaming all of a sudden while we're playing fucking D&D.
Oh no!
Finally awake.
Oh fuck!
That's fucked up.
Dude, imagine you just fucking like drive and the fucking dude in front of you just kills your ass.
Bro, for real. Holy fuck.
Okay.
That's tragic.
Now it's the fucker's turn again.
Oi.
That's the sneaky fucker, you.
Do you want to take your action at all, Paul?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm waiting. I'm still holding. There's nothing I can really do. I'm just gonna
You're
keep
just
holding my.
biding your time.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm hoping. See, I can take my action as long as I take it before my next turn. So I can take it when Bren attacks and use it to react and throw my knives at him. That's what I'm wanting to do. Is be
Got it.
prepared to throw my knives when he next appears.
So y'all watch. Everyone, roll me a perception real quick, or tell me what your passive perceptions are actually.
16.
13.
Okay, you all notice. You all notice. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Y'all notice that a bunch of marbles move in a line.
Oh shit, I forgot because he can't just.
Here to here, or from those marbles are to there.
Because I casted that thinking that he was walking over that area, but I forgot he can also like teleport too.
And he can dash as a cunning action.
By the way, I can only use that 3 times. That
Cunning
matters.
actions you can
Do
only use
you
three
No,
tell
times.
the teleport.
Huh?
Teleport, got it.
That's more of
Do
a
you,
it's more of a logistic numbers side of the game rather than as a.
do you share that with the rest of the party?
Share what?
His weakness.
I
That
don't
he
know.
can only do that 3 times. Do you tell us? Do we know that?
No,
Okay.
that was more of a logistic side of it, number side of the
Yeah.
things than it was a.
So
Who's,
that he,
who's, to,
fair.
who's to say that applies to him as well?
Ooh, valid.
So that misses. And
So from the line you
that'll-
drew, which way was it moving?
actually, no, that doesn't. What's your modifier on your rapier?
+8.
Actually, that doesn't miss. So D8 plus how much damage again?
6.
7? 6? You take 7 damage, Ducky. And then let's roll again. That'll hit. And what's the modifier on your dagger?
+6.
You take 7 more damage, Ducky, so you take 14 damage in total.
Alright.
Do we see him?
You don't see him attacking in the slightest, but you do see marbles shifting on the ground, and let me roll something else real quick. Well, that's a nat 1. So
That sounds like me. I won't lie.
that you
Kind-
watch him while he's attacking slip on a marble and bust his ass on the ground directly in front of Ducky, and he goes uninvisible, and now he's knocked prone.
Alright, I want to take my turn now.
Okay.
You gotta stop him from moving. You gotta hold him down.
I mean, this is the whole point of the marbles.
Okay, I want to dash up to him, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, well, hang on, let me double check my stats.
You're gonna beat me on a strength check. I promise you that. You'll beat me on a strength check.
Yeah, but to
That's what
avoid
your weakness is.
the thing is, to get out of a grapple, you can do it's an athletics check versus an athletics check or an
It's a strength
acrobatics
versus
check.
strength. It's strength
No.
versus strength in 5e.
In 5e, it's also strength. It's strength versus strength or dex.
Grapple.
I looked this up last night because I had a session last
Well,
night.
I'm gonna say it's strength versus strength because I like that rule, and it makes more
Fine.
sense.
In that case, I'm definitely gonna grapple him,
Go for it.
and I should be advantaged because he is prone.
Yes, you are.
Oh wait, I have an idea, but I'm gonna wait till after we're done with this section. Because it would greatly affect the section.
So you actually fail.
Yeah, I thought so.
He like slaps your hand away and is like looks at you like gross, like disgusted.
Yeah, so normal Bren stuff to me.
Normal, it is.
So now it will be Bren's turn.
Alright.
Strength
Anyway,
versus strength, bread versus bread. Let's go.
Wait a minute, he's incorporeal. What's the point of even trying to grapple him?
That is
Let's just say this one isn't.
That-
This one to add a sense of weakness to him and give you a chance of actually keeping him from going completely invisible, is not actually fully incorporeal. He still sustains no damage from any attacks on him, but you can actually hold this one down.
Anyway, I'm gonna use Mistwalk and go over enchant of him. Cause fuck trying to walk through marbles.
Fair enough. Roll me strength.
I'm not gonna grapple him.
You're not gonna grapple him?
No,
Oh, are you
that's
certain?
that's
Are
gay.
you sure? Because I would.
I'm just gonna reach down and go to rip the pendant off his neck.
When will y'all fucking learn? Okay, go ahead and try.
Unarmed.
Yeah, unarmed strike.
He's prone too, right? So
Yeah, you get advantage.
not much better.
What's your AC?
17.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you go to grab it and it doesn't do anything. You just miss. Okay, so now it's Paul's turn.
All right, excellent. I'm gonna try and grapple him again.
Okay, roll for me. You succeed. Like, really well. He got a nat 1. So you literally like put this fucker in like a chokehold and you're holding him like tight as can be and he can't do shit about it.
Cool.
Now
I mean, that's it for me.
now it is Connor's turn.
All right, so he's fully visible, so I'm gonna run up to that buff up. Run up to
Actually,
that.
oh, never mind, never mind. Never
Do
mind.
we
Shut up,
know?
shut up,
Do we
me.
know? Do we know his secret item?
Brent.
Has that been? Is that? Yeah. Has
I'm
that
gonna
been?
say, Bren, get over here and
Is that? Is
destroy
that? Has,
whatever it is that
is that?
needs
Yeah. Has
destroying,
that been
please.
broadcasted to us?
Do
I mean, I was
you
just
want
trying
to
to grab
relay
the.
that information?
I was just trying to grab the pendant on his neck too. So
Roll a perception. If he doesn't relay it, you gotta roll a perception.
All right. 13.
Yeah, you see him do it. You see him try and grab the pendant, so you can
All right.
reasonably deduce. Yeah,
Then I am going
that's
to.
it.
You want me to put the hammer down? Onto his onto his fucking necklace.
So he puts the hammer down on his neck.
Got to put the hammer down.
Going to put the
22.
hammer down. That
22.
hits perception.
Oh yeah. 11 on the hammer on the necklace. Hammer down.
You watch it like crack, like it's a. You can tell it's like a locket, and so it's got like a little outer casing, and the front of it breaks off, but you don't see what's on the inside.
Okay.
Next person's turn. Who is Ducks?
So Siegfried, right?
Yeah.
Siegfried.
He's gonna be like, "I found you, you bastard," and then he's gonna do a front flip over here. So
Oh
we'll
my
run both of that.
God, this man. Man of fucking acrobatics, I guess.
There also be one for 20 lands too, though.
He got 7.
He busts his ass and he's prone.
Alright.
He landed on the marbles and just bust his ass.
Alright.
To be fair,
I guess that's the end. I guess I think
we
that's
did
the end of
acknowledge
his
it.
turn because he feels like a big fool.
Vice, your turn. I feel like this is about to be over.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the pendant.
Just one?
The first level, so that's 3 bolts.
3. How much damage is the
So that's
necrotic?
12 damage of that, and then 1, 2, 3. Wait, did the third one roll? I only rolled 2 of them. 3. So 12 plus 6 is 18 damage.
Well, that's 9. So 12 plus 9 is 21 damage.
21.
21.
21.
So you see the locket starting to seriously crumble, and like it looks like it's falling apart. And now it is
And No.
No.
I want to cast
No,
three,
no, no, no.
or I'm gonna shoot three crossbow bolts at it.
You have to do it with disadvantage at this range, I think. Wait, no,
Um,
crossbows are different. Never mind.
It's also like on his wrist too, wasn't it?
2,
Yeah, but the crossbow bows.
3. So I think only one of them hits.
Roll for damage
Unless
on that one.
You gotta beat 17.
5.
So as that final bolt hits, the locket just turns into dust, and Bren's construct returns back to his liquid state and returns into the floor. And Bren, while you watch this locket just turn into dust, you feel this immense feeling of pain because you just watched this just precious item of yours, whatever its meaning may be, become nothing but a pile of dust before you.
And that's why I was trying to grab it.
You hear the voice, and the voice commends you. The voice is like, my. Rather clever bunch, aren't you? I must say, I'm impressed. I didn't think y'all would be clever enough in order to figure out how to keep him from getting away from you. However, this next challenge may prove to be the most challenging of all. After all, how can you kill that which you can't kill? Onwards.
What do you need?
Oh.
Yeah.
hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just
Oh,
let them
I know.
1v. They'll 1v1 each other with fishing rods.
I think like a
Okay, this is meta knowledge. This is meta knowledge. Y'all can't use this in game, but I messaged Adam asking him what his most precious item was, and he was like, I don't fucking know actually. Probably his fishing rod right now. So
I expected it to be like a full 180, but just holding a full 180 for his personality, but he's just holding a fishing rod still.
it's yeah. So
I mean,
here
we have established in canon that necrotic heals him and healing doesn't. So who does healing? None of us.
None
really
of
do.
us.
none of us.
If we
Actually-
splash healing potions on him, does that hurt him?
Actually, I want to point out
We
that
have not established that yet.
I want to point out that
No.
chill touch prevents healing, even on undead after it does its damage. So we can technically
Oh yeah. I
do a
can't
small-
do
We have
that.
can do it-
34 minutes left.
you can do a small heal, but then prevent him from doing any healing for after that. Also,
I want to
can't
try
just
and
not-
get as much done as we want to right now.
I'm good to
Hey,
keep
Really
this
going.
wanted to just
is
pick
this
this
the
up
last
next
one,
Tuesday.
or is this
I had one more bit planned after this.
I vote come back. We won't feel as rushed and it will be better.
Yeah.
Make sure you write down notes about strategies.
Yeah.
Plus, it
So,
gives me, a week to talk to Nessa. No, kidding.
a week to talk to Nessa about what?
Siegfried.
Oh. Oh, look. No. You're not allowed to do that. I don't have. Yeah, I don't have his character sheet, do I? Do I have access to it? I should have access to
I
it.
mean, me and Ducks do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I knew I did. I just didn't acknowledge it. But yeah, that's where we'll leave it off for this week, and I'll talk to Ada about us picking it up and finishing it off next week.
Yay!
I'm sure she'd appreciate it because she said she might not be even able to DM next week, anyways.
Chill touch does a lot for a cantrip.
Yeah, it does, but it's kind of like an all or nothing. So what'd y'all think? What'd
That
you
was
think?
really good.
That's
It was
interesting.
good.
Okay, why the fuck? Why do I have no health?
I
'Cause
don't
you
know.
died.
What's your constitution?
Because your AC is so high.
What's your constitution?
16.
It's probably because you're an artificer, actually. You're a spellcaster by nature. So
Yeah, your
spellcasters
AC is unnaturally high
spellcasters-
though.
Well,
Spellcasters have
it's
a
supposed
low
to
hit
be.
dice compared to like the martial classes.
It's not unnaturally high. I'm an armor artificer. My entire thing.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. You have high AC and low health.
I want to be
They're
beat.
really hard to hit. But
Well,
when
there
you do
are
get hit,
items you can
clap.
try and get that can bolster your
He's
health.
not hard to hit. He's hard to penetrate.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
yeah,
I mean, it's funny because he has about much health as I do, and I only have a
I don't
plus
know
one.
how Ada is gonna calculate the XP on this if she does give us XP on this.
I hope so. It'd be fun to get pushed over up to the next level. Yeah.
Yeah, like pushed up to the next level for the next fight.
Mm,
But she might have to rebalance the fight then.
that's true.
Maybe.
It'll probably be get stats if we get or taking stats, but we won't get skills probably, like spells.
Well, I get an extra attack at the next level.
I'd imagine you get that. Would get that. But stuff like me and Dux won't, and me, Dux, and Connor won't get an extra spell until
Right.
after. Make an extra spell slot, but not an extra spell.
I don't know if she would let me because an extra attack is huge for me because that effectively doubles my DPS. Because anytime I take the attack action, I attack twice at 5th level. So I can, if I action surge, I can attack 4 times on one turn, and I do about an average of 20 damage if I choose the sharpshooter feat per shot. So that's about 80 damage if I
Ducks,
hit all my shots.
Ducks, we're not equal. You're in her DMs. I'm in her family tree.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, I'm stop the recording there and then upload it.
You're in her bed. I'm in her in the Twitch chat.
Any last words you want to say to the recording before?
Ayo, Ada. Thanks for letting me do this. Bye.
Hey, make sure to give a shout out to my man Ray Ray.